Boom shakalaka. We're here. We're talking more Linklater. We're going to talk some current releases at the end, probably too. A little bit of Alien Romulus, right? And then I guess some other movies we've been watching. Some 2024 releases, probably. And I think Joe should be hopping in sometime. So somewhere in the middle here, I'll probably just pop in. But yeah.
Pop in, pop out.
All right. Got
say hi.
Matt, Alex, Noah, boom. Now you know who we are. We're going to start it up with some Linklater.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Double feature of Linklater. Kind of, I'm ready to start cooking on them. You know, I'm ready to start moving through the movies, I think. So,
yeah. I'm glad we decided to go double feature. I think that'll help for sure.
Yeah.
Get through a little bit.
Especially for these two. I don't want to say that we're in maybe the valley of his career, but we might be. Who knows? But we'll talk more. But
I got things to say.
Yeah. So we're talking SubUrbia, talking the Newton boys. So let's just get in with SubUrbia. I think this will probably be a shorter chat between the two for me. But
yeah, agreed.
Okay. Disagreed, but go on.
Wow. Okay. Stitch is here, guys. Just by the way, he's saying he's going to be listening in and out here. Have fun.
All right.
What's up, Stitch?
Thanks for joining, bud.
Yeah.
So SubUrbia, I'm just gonna come out and say, I know directors have their things, right? Writers, directors, they have their things. But for some reason, it's starting to feel like Linklater's thing is just kind of like wearing on me a little bit.
Really?
Like, how many hangout movies can we have? I know it's like what makes the movie stand apart is like the characters are usually like individuals and different from his previous hangout movies. Maybe it's just the characters in this one were just kind of annoying for me. But
I mean, I can understand that. Yeah. I'll say that I think the first 45 minutes of this movie are like amazing. I loved the beginning of this movie. And then right when they like get into the limo and kind of split off a little bit, I was like, this movie is not hitting anymore. But that's what, I don't know. Halt. Yeah.
Really?
And that was just nice. I mean, it didn't screech to a halt. Like it continued its storylines or whatever, but I just wasn't there for them anymore. I don't know. Like, maybe I just wanted the group together because that dynamic was pretty juicy. But
yeah,
I understand
There's a lull, I think, in the arc of the movie and for characters. Yeah.
It's like the lull of the night. Right. Yeah. It's like that early
trash.
1 a.m., 2 a.m. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right before the second wind.
Yeah.
Right. Buff's just fucking Steve Zahn's just trucking through.
Always on the second wind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never leaves.
Steve's energy is at an all-time high.
Yeah. Definitely.
But I don't know. I thought these characters were like, I dug them. I thought they were very unique in terms of like Linklater's characters, at least because this one just reminded me of Dazed and Confused, and I was like, damn, these are. I mean, I guess because like they're out of high school, some of them are a little more worldly. Some of them have like made it, been successful in life, and others haven't.
Yeah.
And shit, man, I just was like, I was like picking metaphors throughout. I was just like maybe I was reading too much, but I was like, holy shit, I can relate to like all these characters in different ways.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like nihilism and cynicism in this movie.
Yeah. A lot of nihilism.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean though, because to me, this one, even though I didn't like fully love it by the end of it, it stands out from like these type of like mumblecore type movies where it is like pointedly giving you those like metaphors or kind of like the meaning of it. Like it has like these moments of like, or good lines even, where it's like what feelings is early on in the movie. I feel like that just encapsulates like what Linklater's trying to say with these characters in this time. And it's like they don't have any feelings, but they're like trying to figure out what to do with their lives. And it's like this very numbing effect happening on them. And I definitely understood it. I was behind the characters. I liked most of them, I think, too. So,
which ones did you not like?
I started out really liking Buff, and then I hated Buff.
He gets annoying.
Through like I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes in, I was like, dude, this guy
Yeah.
Just stop, like tone it down.
He's level 10 all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I liked pretty much everybody. Parker Posey, fine. I thought I wanted her character to do a little more, I thought, but
Yeah.
the one character I didn't vibe with at all, and I was like, this really dragged the movie to a level I just don't want to be on. Don't even know her name, but she's like the one that Giovanni Ribisi is like chatting up by himself after a while, and she went to rehab or whatever.
Oh,
I was just
yeah.
like, I don't need this story right now. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't
That
there
one
for
felt-
it, but
Yeah, that one felt the strangest because like I think she hooked up with Steve Zahn's character and then she was like depressed about it because he was like eyeing a different girl, but like the dude's a horn dog. Like that's his whole character's vibe, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I guess I just didn't know what it was trying to say with her character. So yeah, I didn't fully understand what the purpose or why we had to go there with her.
yeah,
And then
like,
it
and
came back in
everybody's
the
like
end, but
banging each
I
other.
don't
It
know.
seems like in this friend group, like
Yeah,
everybody's
right.
kind of done it with each other.
Their
So it's,
avenues.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Pony, like clearly getting into Giovanni Ribisi's girl. What's up, Joe?
I can
What up,
leave. I
dog?
don't know. I just got found early,
Get the-
so like,
Oh, you're good.
I mean, are you guys still like talking about some shit for a while?
Yeah, we're
Nope.
digging into Linklater. So
All right, yeah, I can just go. I don't know. I haven't eaten, so like, maybe just hit me up.
yeah,
Just, like, text me.
I'll text you when we're wrapping up for sure.
Sounds good.
I'm in.
I mean, shit, he did pop in and pop out.
He popped in, popped
I
out. There
doubt
we
he's
go.
gonna stick
That's what
around,
you
but
got.
shit. All right.
Yeah.
No, I kind of feel that though. Her character, I was like confused by her character for sure. I wasn't sure how to feel about her.
Yeah.
Where the other ones feel very like pretty fleshed out and like their views and perspectives. I'm kind of just like, what is her deal?
Yeah.
Kind of. I guess you learn a little bit after, when the main, I forget the main guy's chatting her up, like walks all the way back to the station and starts talking to her. You
Gets
get
naked.
like a little bit, but who's it?
And you said, are you talking about the one that gets naked?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that scene. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
you get like a little bit more there, but no, she was definitely the weakest for sure. Weakest character.
Ribisi just hanging full dong. That was shocking.
Right. I will say I loved his entry into that scene because he's like, man, it's all about like perspective. As soon as like you get like you think about something a different way, everything switches. And I will say, like my thought process as soon as he entered that scene, because I kind of like implied is like, okay, he knows, his girlfriend's kind of like looking to get out. And as soon as he entered that scene with her, I was like, oh shit. So now are they like gonna be? And as soon as he said that line, I was like, Linklater, baby. I was like, all right, you already know what I'm thinking. Like, I
Yeah,
was
he's
like, I'm
tailoring
on.
the
Like,
experience more so than most of any other filmmaker for this type of movie. I'd say it's
Yeah.
way more like thought out. And there's another line
for a
that
nihilistic tone.
yeah.
I was like, damn.
right,
it's
he's
actually
he's imbuing meaning there. It's not just like about depression, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I liked that. That was kind of the message at the end because it's like, oh man, you're surrounded by whatever cynicism, nihilism, but like you're in the shit, you're living it. Even Ribisi's big speech is like, we're here, we have the life. Like I should live every day as like while I can, while I'm alive. Like, all right, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Highs and lows with his
Yeah.
characters.
yeah. I really liked the line, it's my duty as a human being to be pissed off. Ribisi says it pretty early on. I like that shit. Linklater's got some good lines, I will say too. Like just in general as a writer, he kind of nails some things. But
For sure, got some gems.
and there's some. It's like pretty. I think like early on, there's like they're talking about a news story about like a dude with a concealed gun that like shot somebody or something. I'm like, shit, man, this was like 1990s, but it like feels like it's modern day in a way of like relevancy still with the world we live in, I guess, and just how dark it is. But
Yeah. There's still like violence, racism, sexism going on to this one. It's all there.
Yeah, I think the racism stuff is something that ages, obviously, but it doesn't really like. I don't really think it's like a thing where I'm like, oh, I can't watch the movie. Did you see how they portrayed that? Because like the characters are ignorant you know, and like we're watching them be ignorant. It's not like we're like embracing their ignorance in a way, but
Right. Right.
That's the thing
We know what we
with
used to.
movies in general. It's like these are characters these people are playing, right? So it's like it would be weird if these characters who they have set motives, set ways of viewing the world, if they just didn't view it that way, if that makes sense. You
yeah,
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're
You
flawed.
can't
Like
just
they're
change it to appease people, not hurt feelings, right?
Right. Make
right.
it PC just to like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
for no
you,
reason.
you have no edges then on your characters. You know, they
Right.
have to have some like flaws.
Right.
Plus, I think it like balances like Ribisi is preaching this whole movie about like how he knows better or knows like what the world's really about and stuff like that, and then he'll just like revert to like stupid shit where he's getting naked and then like racism and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like it's the duality of man where you think you're super smart but you're actually like super hypocritical. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Which I think is what I don't know. One of the things I very much appreciated. Like
Yeah.
he's saying things that he probably truly believes on a philosophical and like human level, and it's like through these characters that are just dumb and
Yeah.
hypocritical.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to talk, you know. It's more difficult to just actually walk that way of life, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
I thought, what do you guys think about Pony as a character? First off, like the character, and then second off, his acting.
Ah, all right. I was gonna say his acting. I was like,
Pony, is he? Which
Pony's
one
like
was
the
he?
rock star who comes back.
I hated
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's when the movie came to a halt for me. It was just like when he
Really?
entered, and I'm just like,
That's where the movie like started opening up for me. Honestly, they were
Really?
yeah, when they were together and Pony was there and they were kind of like talking about the old days and that was like maybe the best like scene of the movie for me.
It definitely
Uh,
injected energy
yeah.
into it. For
Definitely,
sure.
100%
But
for me.
as a character, he started to great, I would say,
Yeah.
and his acting didn't help that. So
His acting was a bit on the nose, I'd say.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe it was his delivery. He reminded me of the main kid in Dazed and Confused in some ways. You know, where it's just like,
Yeah.
oh,
just not enough nose
Very, like-
touches.
yeah, that's all he needed.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, I feel that. It kind of reminded me of like Linklater too, from what I've like seen of him and stuff, or like just what I've watched in like interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
honestly,
a little
yeah.
bit. I mean, it might be like a self-insert for him to be like, I'm kind of famous-ish now, and I'm coming
Yeah.
back home, you know, and I'm dealing with all my friends again and shit. Like, so I
Yeah.
feel like he was kind of working out some stuff there too, for himself.
Definitely, I could see
I
that.
could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just felt like after that Pony stuff, like where I was like, yes, dude. Oh my God. I'm liking these characters. I'm liking the dynamics. It just like tonally takes a turn, just like down. It like drags the characters to places that I just didn't want to go, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's Tim? Especially that guy goes off the rails, man. At the end, I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
The dude who's
Piece of shit.
Who
Here
was in the
to-
military?
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he's in the Air Force or
I
whatever.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
and he's in Days Confused, and he's the guy who's about to be out of beer or whatever that line is. He's like,
The
almost
same
out of
dude?
beer. That's him. Yeah.
All right. He's just good at
Fun
playing
fact-
assholes.
All right.
Fun fact too: Steven Zahn, is it Giovanni? Is that the main guy's like
Yeah.
name? And that guy who was from the military, they all appeared within like episodes of each other and Friends for that year too. Like
Yeah.
a couple
Oh,
years
no
later.
shit.
Yeah, I thought that was just fun because I
That's
kept
cool. I
looking at
knew
that guy and I'm like,
the
I've
main
seen
guy
him.
was.
I'm rewatching Friends right now. I'm like, I just saw this guy. Where's he from? And then I was reading. I was like, oh, these guys all started in season 2, within episodes of each other. Oh,
I remember the Ribisi's Giovanni's character being like he marries some like way older like in his friends.
Yep.
He's like
Yeah.
marries some old
Phoebe's
MILF
brother.
and
I was gonna. Okay. Yeah.
he's like, yeah, that's it.
He's pretty recurring. I don't remember
Yeah.
Zahn or the other dude though. But
Zahn was her husband that she married, but he's gay. He needed a green card. Phoebe's
Ah,
husband he
yeah.
needed a green card. And the
Oh,
other
shit,
guy
okay.
was a bully with another guy who told Ross and Chandler they couldn't drink in the coffee shop, so they got in a street fight with each other and stuff.
He's a bully even in Friends, dude.
Dude, right? Definitely got a fucking character type, G.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
That's
Yeah.
So I've actually really struggled with my ratings for these two movies today. It's kind of, I
Me
don't know.
too.
I've been second guessing them, but
Yeah.
Me too.
I think I'm gonna land on 3.5 for this one. The second half it tanked the movie in a way, but the first half was so elevated that I'm like struggling to find the middle ground. But
Yeah, out the gates for both these movies, really. But speaking for Suburbia, out the gate, I was like, okay, I'm liking it so far. Like for another Linklater Hangout movie, I'm still on board. It's just as it went on, I was just kind of like, okay, where's this going? Or like, why are we going this way? Or what's this character doing this for? Things like that. So just little nitpicky things kind of just brought it down for me. So I'm at 3 stars for this one.
okay,
That's fair.
yeah,
I also landed at 3.5.
Yeah.
I messed with 4, and I was like, man, like I could definitely rewatch this one.
yeah,
Yeah, it was just good, man. It was just good. I was like comparing it to Days Confused, and also getting like kind of like Clerks vibes, even though there's more than just the like one location.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, I might like it better than Clerks, and so
That's
three and a
fair.
half. I'll definitely rewatch it and probably be able to pull more from it.
Yeah,
So I think that's what Linklater's good at. Go back, hang out.
Rewatchability?
Yeah, yeah. Pick some different stuff from it.
just in like
Even
imbuing
from
like
Newton Boys.
feeling to like he's pretty
Yeah.
successful as a filmmaker, like getting you to feel things even in stories that you're not like really wanting to relate to, I guess. But
Yeah,
It's like
totally
we've said in this past couple that we've watched already. It's like he knows people. It seems, it seems like he like was a part of the real world at some point, rather than emulating what it's like to be in the real world
yeah,
to the
he just seems
characters.
like a
Yeah.
cool guy, honestly. Like he just grew up
Yeah.
in Texas and like with some buddies, and then just like followed his passions, and he's like very
Yeah.
earnest in his films too. Like you can tell that he just like is there to like make a good movie in the way he wants to. So
Yeah. That's like with Hitman, I was listening to the podcast with him and Glenn Powell talking about like how they kind of got to know each other and then made their movies together and then got to Hitman and started writing it together. I'm like, this guy seems pretty like actually down to earth, and like
yeah,
like what you said, understands people and I don't know, is just willing to understand people too, rather than just be like, well, this is what they'd say in a movie setting,
Mhm.
Right.
It leads me to a question I just pondered, which is out of the directors we've done, who is the one you think you'd be able to just like have a nice conversation with, like the most,
Like have
or
a
like
beer with and like hang
yeah,
out.
like actually like
Yeah.
hang out with? Who do you
Yeah.
think's the guy, or like
who do
that we?
who do we think or who do I want to?
It can be Tarantino, but I swear to God, that dude will talk your ear off about shit
I
you
was gonna
don't give
say,
a fuck about.
I'll feel
You're
like I'll
right?
be getting sold something with Tarantino.
Yeah.
But the thing
Like I would
is,
love to pick his brain, but at the same time, it's like I probably want him to stop. Like
Yeah.
I think I would just enjoy it and just sit there and just like take it all in. Because
yeah.
personally, I'm not much of like a back and forth when it comes to that kind of stuff. I guess talking to people I don't really know well. So I just sit there and listen a lot. So I don't
Yeah.
think I would mind just listening to Tarantino go off about random
spewing
shit.
his brain
Yeah.
onto you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
That's-
I mean, I might
Linklater's.
need a nap afterwards for
Yeah,
sure, but
you're gonna have a
yeah.
headache of some sort. But
PTA would be up there for me.
PTA, I was thinking too. He
That's
seems
good.
like a pretty cool guy. Very down to
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all. PTA.
Him or Linklater. Cohen's, they probably are too like in their own shit.
Though.
I don't know.
Yeah. I thought about them and I was like,
Them.
they're a little bit older too. Like I don't know. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to connect. Maybe.
Malik, that dude's not coming anywhere near me, bro. That guy's gonna kill me if he sees me or some shit.
That dude's gonna be psychoanalyzing. He's like, oh, this is what human
Yeah.
behavior is on the
He'll be
camera,
like
right?
trying to
If I
get
can
me under his
emulate you.
covers or something. You're like, come
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
buddy.
I'm drawing.
Could we chat with you and just be like, all right, well, I'm going to go take a walk down to Texas now. And then he'll head down from Wisconsin to Texas, just want to walk.
Right. Like, take your time, man. Take your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then who's Fincher?
Fincher,
Maybe.
You might like be very depressed after talking to Fincher and hanging out with him.
He seems like
you
a
might see
reasonable
everything
guy.
Green tones.
Yeah. But like outside his films, he might be like a decent dude, but we don't know, I guess, because we don't really.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him,
Yeah.
but he's another one I would like just to pick his brain on film. He'd be one to be like, damn, dude, like you make some good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Interesting thought. Ready to move on to the next one for Linklater, the Newton Boys?
yeah.
Linklater's Tombstone. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Funny
Yeah.
we brought up like nihilism with Suburbia and the Coen brothers a little bit, because this one out the gates, I'm like, this could be a Coen brothers movie. Like how it's kind of lighthearted, but also
Yeah.
kind of like, it's not like violent like the Coen brothers movies are with their while they're being lighthearted, but it's trying to be
Yeah.
kind of like tongue in cheek with a lot of stuff. And right out the gates, I really enjoyed this movie, and I wrote that in my review on Letterboxd. Like out the gates, I'm like, this is really good. Like I'm really having a blast. And then the montage happened. You know, like what,
You
an
don't like a
hour in or so?
montage, dude?
I don't I didn't mind the montage, but after the montage, it felt like the movie should have been picking up a little bit, but it just kept
Oh.
going and going. And
Mm.
then like the moment we're all waiting for is like, what's the bad part? What's the bad moment that's gonna like change the course here? And that
Yeah.
doesn't happen until like hour and a half or so in, and then there's the moment that happens, right? And then now you're like, oh, I still got 30 minutes. What could they do for 30 more minutes, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
No, it doesn't need to be 2
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
That's for certain.
Yeah.
But
so there's my quick thoughts. Sorry, I just kept
Yeah.
going there. I meant to
No.
stop
No,
after.
yeah.
That's
the
fair.
montage fell out of place for sure. I will say.
I dug it.
I mean, it's cool. If
It's
you like
fucking montage.
montages, it's cool.
That's like Linklater. I
but
just
I
like,
was like,
he's like I said earlier, he's like earnest. He like knows what works and he'll just do it. And it might seem like kind of silly or goofy or a bit like on the nose, but
It worked
he's.
for this movie.
Did it work? You say?
I think it worked for this movie.
I thought. I mean,
Yeah.
it serves the function of a montage at that point of a story.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Yeah.
progress these like things we don't need to repeat, bunch of bank heists. Which I was thinking about, like that's the shit I want to watch in a movie. Like I mean, I understand like a structured story, but I also understand like entertainment, and like I just
Right.
don't think like audiences need to sit through like unneeded drama that doesn't add up to things. You know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, I don't know. I just we're looking at like this movie like 20 years past its release date too, so it's a movie of its time, I'd say. Also,
Yeah. No, I was definitely here. The robberies themselves were like the most entertaining. Like I was like waiting for the next robbery to happen. I was like, this is just gonna be fucking fun.
Yeah.
And funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess where like the drama might not add up for me, it was a little bit his wife, Louise and Willis. I was like, I don't know if like this dynamic is fully what it's supposed to be, but
I feel that.
I don't know. Yeah. I didn't mind this court at the end. I like the court stuff.
It was fine. Yeah, a bit
Yeah.
too silly, I thought, with like the court like laughing and stuff about like all this robbery and one. I guess like if they didn't kill anyone, you wouldn't like view them as like these like demons or whatever. But
Yeah, they had the label of like country boys who are maybe just like out of their depth. They were like playing into that a little bit.
yeah,
It just what I really enjoyed about it, like straight out the gates, was like I believed that Matthew McConaughey, Ethan Hawke, and is his name Skeet?
Skeet Ulrich.
I could believe that they could have been like brothers because they had that good chemistry. Like it was kind of silly with the way they were like playing with each other, but I'm like it grew on me. Like when Vincent D'Onofrio comes in and they're like climbing all over each other in the couch. I'm like, this feels like authentic people just enjoying themselves and being happy that they're stealing money and their brother just broke out of jail, right? So it's just I don't know. It was good camaraderie between the brothers, which is what I really liked about it.
Definitely.
So
I'd like
that
to
too when they go to the oil rig and but they're like out of money.
Yeah.
And they show up to get Jesse back, Ethan Hawke back, and it's just like, all right, they're back in the shit. Like, let's get the gang back
Crew's
together.
back together.
Like,
yeah. I thought Skeet Ulrich's like dynamic with Matthew McConaughey's character about how he's kind of like the guy who's when's it going to end, that kind of character. Oh, that worked too.
Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich is like an actor that you only know from the 90s. Like, I swear to God, like, I only know him from Scream, and that's like basically it. And he was like this big dude for like 5 years, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that he's just gone now.
Got his Hollywood money and fucking bounced.
I guess.
Out.
He was pretty good in this
Living off
movie.
them royalties.
Right.
Yeah, no, actually, his character was pretty good. I mean, I
Yeah.
really liked a lot of the characters. It was a great cast, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He added a lot of heart for sure.
Yeah.
Added heart between him and Willis.
The more Linklater movies we watch, maybe it's just because he's like one of the main collaborators, but Ethan Hawke, man, he's good.
so
He's a
good.
good actor.
I was surprised by him, man. After Sunrise, before
Right.
Sunrise. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going. I don't know why, but I rewatched Training Day too the other day, and I'm like, these guys are
Good
like
movie.
Ethan Hawke is
Killing
so
it.
good, and then
Yeah.
following it up with this one, I'm like, damn, I get it. I get the Hawk craze. you
Yeah,
know?
and he doesn't have to like take full center stage either, or like take
Right,
away. He
yeah.
kind of like knows his role and just like nails it, you know.
Yeah,
Like this character is kind of like just the drunk guy who's like there every once in a while, and he's just like every time he's on screen, you just want to like see more of him. So
right,
For
definitely.
sure. Yeah.
100%.
I thought this movie was like an interesting mix of like the brands of Linklater. Like
Mhm.
he's got Matthew McConaughey and Ethan Hawke. These are like two like main collaborators from him up to this point. And he's got like his like silly, goofy type with McConaughey, and then like kind of the more stern, serious with Ethan Hawke. And it's like this movie's kind of like where it all like met, you know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like fully successful, but it does feel like a bridge of some sort for me in like his career.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
felt
that-
this one for sure. Out of the ones we've been through so far, it finally felt sort of refreshing because it was like still sort of a hangout movie because you're hanging out with the brothers,
yeah.
but it added a different tone than his other movies because it had like that kind of sheen over it where it's kind of trying to be goofy throughout it and trying to be a
Yeah.
little lighthearted, PG-13,
It's a
type
Western,
bank robber
yeah.
movie, Western, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a period piece. So it just had some innocence to it that I kind of appreciated, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It felt like he was having fun too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching when D'Onofrio's like, "Let me show you the 3-step solution or whatever."
Yeah.
Step 1
Just shoot the
was
door.
the door hinges. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like for some reason I was like focused on McConaughey, and like he has like this big old grin on. I'm like, okay, I don't know if these are real guns, but like he's just having a blast like
Mhm.
acting this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. This movie's fun for sure, and I was
Yeah.
like props to Linklater for doing that.
And when they rip off the bags and the guy's just holding onto Ethan Hawke's leg, he's like, "Get off my leg, man!"
Yeah. Dragging him down the
that
street.
kind of stuff
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought
The
McConaughey was
Canucks.
pretty good in it too, honestly. Like
He was,
he
right?
he
Yeah.
shows like both sides of his chops, or like what he will become in the future. You know what I'm saying? Where he's got that like happy-go-lucky type, go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, all right, and he's got
Yeah.
like his true detective like darkness within that you don't see, and this is like a perfect mix of those. I feel like.
Yeah,
For sure. Gotta
definitely.
get it all.
Yeah. And there was a scene
Also-
where he explains insurance, or like how like they're robbing and it's all about insurance. Dude, I flashed
Yeah.
right to Wolf of Wall Street. Did you guys get
Yep.
that vibe?
Oh,
It's even like
no,
shot
sure.
that's
like
good.
visually the same way almost, where it's like the back and forth at the table between the two. It's not as coked up, obviously, but it just
Right,
like
yeah.
harken to it.
And I feel like I've heard that exact same speech in a similar type of movie. I can't put my finger on which movie it is, but I'm
I
like,
feel
I
that.
wonder if this was like where it like originated of like the banks don't give a shit. It's not
Mhm.
their money, it's
I'm like
insurance money.
thinking Catch Me If You Can, maybe. Is there something like that where you're kind of being explained like
Mm.
I can't remember if there is a part in that, but I feel like there might be.
It's
where,
something because when he
yeah.
said it, I was like, I've seen
Yeah.
this before, but in a newer movie. So
Yeah, or maybe it's just like a trope, like people sit
Yeah.
down and like explain the heist or whatever. But yeah, I definitely
plus
feel
this
what
is
you're
a true
feeling.
story,
Mhm.
so maybe they're like just pulling from this idea of like, bank robbers, like the most successful bank robbers in American history or whatever.
Yeah. Keeping the facts straight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I thought
definitely started out really fun, but
Like the movie doesn't really like get like bad in ways like that you can pinpoint. It kind of just like goes too long, and you don't care about the story anymore after a while for me. And it's just like,
Yeah.
let's like see where the story ends, man. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the modern audience attention
It's just
span.
it starts to get narratively sloppy. It's like kind of treading water a little bit, and then you're just like, okay, what are we gonna do for the next 30 minutes, guys? Like, why is this movie 2 hours? No, and I like long movies personally, but like this one felt like it didn't. It could have been a 90-minute movie. So
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it took too long to get to that like one last heist.
yeah,
The third act.
Mhm. Yeah, I think like we were right on when you like D'Onofrio gets shot or whatever. Because I checked the time too. I was like, "What do we got here? 30 minutes."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Like that's
we were
the
waiting for that incident like 30
Yeah.
minutes ago.
yeah." It's
know?
like let's just streamline this shit. Come on.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. But like yeah, about like the bridge though, I feel like I really understand Linklater's thoughts in making these movies. These last two movies, like he went back for Suburbia. He's like, let's try to see what like that was really successful. Let's see what we can do like with a different kind of crew or whatever. To me, he probably wasn't like as
Worldview.
inspired. Yeah. Like he's getting older, obviously, and like maybe he's like growing out of that phase. So it's like kind of like the last push for it. And
That's
then
kind of what I think.
yeah, and like he wants to mature. So then he makes like this period piece where it's like kind of like reaching for an Oscar in ways, like some of the scenes like I'm married a bank robber. I married a bank robber. Like it's like, okay, are we going for the acting award or are we just like going for the ham? I couldn't really tell.
yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like after this, you spend like years developing this idea and like working on a movie and stuff like that. And I think like after this, he kind of like buckles down and gets back to like his shit. And it's like, because he's also like pairing with a lot of different writers,
Mhm.
which it might help him, but it also might be like diluting kind of his own style or his own originality.
Yeah.
So I feel like this movie is like a gateway to like better things to come. Like he tried this like standard generic movie-ish
Yeah.
in his own voice, but I want to get back to like what he really wants to say, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, this definitely felt blockbustery for sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I still had a good time.
Fucking Tombstone, straight up. I was like, he wanted to make Tombstone because there's a character named Doc and there's a character named Holiday. Like, I don't know.
That's
I
just
don't know.
history, dog. That's just
Yeah,
people
right.
are just named Doc and I don't know.
Right. Doc was just a popular name back then. That's true. I really liked the opening credits too. Very old school, where they're like looking at the camera, and they're like turning around and like Skeetle Rich.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right out the
Yeah.
gates, I was like, this is really fun. Like I'm enjoying this quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just
surprising.
started getting long in the tooth is all.
For sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Favorite line
Yeah.
though, God don't want me to be legal, Lou. Great line. Great line. Delivered well, but just like so smart, so fun.
I liked
what'd you
the
give
end
it?
credits too,
Oh.
man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The last
that-
thing. I like
that brought it up.
seeing just like some of the footage at the end of like real stuff.
Yeah. That was different for like a biopic,
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's a nice touch. But yeah, where'd you guys end up? I ended up at, I think I'm gonna put it 3.5 as well. It's kind of like right there with Superia for me.
Similar, actually. Yeah, I agree. Like I had it at like up into the montage. I'm like, this is gonna be a 4-star movie. I really like it. And then it kept going. I was like, this is gonna be a 3.5-star
It's gonna be
movie.
3.5.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it kept going. I'm like, 3 stars it is. You got it.
I think I'm at 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm also kind of doing a Linklater curve now already, I think, where it's like,
Yeah.
well, this isn't really my shit and it's not really his shit. And like it's fine. It's like a good movie. Like just on its own, it's like fine, but
Yeah.
not my
There's a
favorite.
lot of good things about it, like the first hour and a half, or the characters, or Ethan Hawke's acting, Matthew McConaughey's acting, Vincent
Mhm.
D'Onofrio is really good, Skeet's really good. I mean, everybody's really good. Dwight Yoakam, really good. Everybody is good in this movie. It's like an all-star cast. It's just a matter of like pacing, and then some of the narrative choices with some of the characters that I get, like you need that melodrama in there, but it's just it brings the movie down from what it is
Just
because
rip it out. Take it
yeah,
out.
because it's such a fun movie up until that point, and then they're like, all right, let's get serious real quick. Let's have this serious relationship, and
Mhm.
it just didn't need to happen. Like I
No.
get it, it was a part of the journey for that character, sure, whatever. But did we need it for this one? I don't know, I think we could have left it out, but
Feel that.
That's fair. Yeah.
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 Totally fair.
To be quite honest, I might rewatch this one over Tombstone. What do you guys
Really?
think? Yeah.
I probably
Tombstone.
could.
I'm
I
loyal to
enjoy
Kurt.
it. The
Maybe I just need to
stash.
rewatch Tombstone sometime in the future.
You should.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I will. But when I think about watching that one, it's like, man, that's not gonna feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna enjoy my time watching that movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
this one, it's at least it's like, you know, that was a pleasant ride. You know, but
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Definitely.
oh shit, man, I gotta text Joe, get his ass back in here.
Oh yeah, that bastard.
Man, Training Day though. Talk about a 2-hour movie that feels like it's like 80 minutes long.
Yeah.
What a good fucking movie.
Yeah, so you came around to the 5 stars, eh?
Yep. Because I've been thinking about it a lot recently. Because I've been thinking about Denzel because he's gonna be in the new Gladiator movie. You know, and I'm thinking about how spoiled we are with like Denzel and Cruz, and when they're like moving on, like to the next life.
They're
That's
alive,
long
dude.
way.
Yeah,
But like
we're okay.
we're gonna be sorry, you know. We're gonna be like, oh well, I didn't respect what I had when I had it. So
Yeah.
anyway, that being said, I went back and I watched Training Day, and I was like, this is so fucking good. Denzel is so fucking
Too
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I watched that movie for
5
the
stars
first
it is
time
for that one.
last year. Yeah, it's worth
Yeah.
it.
That
That's
was,
fun.
yeah, I mean, that Children of Men, Swiss Army Man. I'm trying to think of like the 5-star movie chests that we've had. For me, those
Oh.
might be the only 3. Although if I watch
Honestly-
Adaptation again, that could easily be a 5 probably. But
Oh yeah, I stand by. That's like one of the best scripts I've seen like on screen. It's just so good, so good. I think Children of Men. I have it at 4.5 right now. I think I just need to rewatch it because I can't think of why I won't just give it like that should have been on my list. I think it was on
Yeah.
my list of like should be a 5-star movie, and I don't know what's
Yeah.
stopping me.
yeah,
But
talk about an
We'll have to
experience,
revisit.
man.
it,
That
it
movie,
really was.
100%.
Have to revisit the 4.5 like conversations.
Yep.
again every so
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
What's
Bring
the
another
bump?
one to the table.
Yeah.
I bumped something up recently out of 4.5. What was it?
Oh, are we waiting until Joe gets here to talk more recent movies that we watched?
Yeah, I
so, yeah.
guess. We gotta wait a little
Okay,
bit.
all right. Cause I got a fucking stinker that I watched recently.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe I dropped one down. Fuck. These look like my
Oh,
OGs.
shit.
Yeah. I did drop Planet Earth the first season down from 5
Yeah.
stars. Yeah. Just because, like,
You
thinking
watched it,
back,
or you're just like thinking
Nah.
about it.
I was thinking back to when I rated it, and I was like, Planet Earth 5 stars, Planet Earth 2 5 stars. Yep. Like, boom. And then I was like thinking, like, it's been a couple of years now, and I'm just like, Planet Earth 2 100% is a 5-star. Like, it's 6 episodes and it's perfect. It's so good. The cameras are updated and stuff. Planet Earth 1, a little too many episodes and not as great cameras and like not as focused. So I was like, you know what? Planet Earth 2 is where it's at. Planet Earth,
This
really good
nature
still.
doesn't look that
Yeah,
great
this
anymore.
This nature's old. What the fuck?
This tree is a little
What are you talking
faded.
Planet Earth.
Wait, like the show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So do you just mean like, are there multiple seasons? I don't know. I haven't watched Planet
Oh
Earth,
yeah,
so
they just
I
did a
don't know.
third one.
I also haven't watched.
Oh
Planet
shit!
Earth.
Okay.
It either.
I
You
don't
know-
know,
wait,
it's
what?
Episodes here
something-
and there.
What?
I watch episodes here and there.
Dude,
but
Planet Earth
not
2.
much.
I mean, if you're just looking for a great episode of television and just exploration, watch the Cities episode of Planet Earth 2. It's maybe one of the best
Oh.
episodes of anything I've ever seen. Like, it's just
Actually,
so
might
good.
have watched that one. Was that they talk about?
Yeah,
like,
I probably like
Singapore or
showed it to
something
you.
like that?
Yeah.
It's like growing. They're like buildings.
Yeah,
are
the
integrated with. They're like
incorporating,
growing
like,
shit out
plants
of
into
their
the buildings.
skyscraper. Yeah.
It's basically just like life in
So, like,
cities. It's like
what's the
birds,
narration
monkeys. It's David Attenborough doing his David Attenborough shit.
I guess
Classic.
like for me, stuff like that. I actually recently started getting National Geographic, like the magazine.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Because I like
Okay.
it. And like the difference between the magazine and like the shows for me is like the narration is like I don't know. I think you all know that I fucking hate reality TV. Maybe I haven't talked about this, but I don't like reality TV. I don't watch any reality TV. So like the narration just like makes it seem like fucking reality TV to me, and I just fucking can't do it. So like I don't know. If Planet Earth is like that, then
It's just
I'm
a
probably
95-year-old dude talking to you about what he's watching. It's like, and then
Yeah.
the bird comes across
Yeah.
the grass.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
You
What
know?
is it on? Just
Yeah,
like
silky
fucking
British
Hulu or
accent.
Disney Plus or
I don't know what it's on,
Yeah.
honestly. I had to get it
I
on
think Nat
like
Geo-
Blu-ray.
is it Nat Geo?
Yeah, I think they bought. I think Disney bought Nat Geo. I could
Then
be
I
wrong.
think it's then
Disney
I think
Plus.
it's
I don't know. I think Planet Earth is BBC for some reason.
That's what I
Alright,
thought
let me
too.
just-
Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah,
just-
that would make sense.
I don't know. I'll just
Who knows?
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
they do
but yeah.
because Doctor
Planet
Who
Earth
is
2.
on Disney Plus. I know that for a fact.
Mm.
And not that I watch Doctor Who. You know.
But
I-
yeah,
I tried. I couldn't.
we were just gonna hop into some 2024 movies we've been watching, Joe. So
Oh,
I don't know
shit,
if you
dude. I've
want
been
to.
watching so much shit. What have
Yeah,
you
man,
guys
you've been
seen? What have you
binging.
been Did you guys actually end up seeing? Did all of you see Alien?
I did not,
Yeah.
but I want you guys to still talk about it. But
Okay.
I just couldn't get around to doing it.
Damn.
It's
So-
cool.
I'm
It's
bummed.
okay.
I really want to see it, and now I'm torn between seeing it later this week or seeing Blink twice. And I think I'm gonna have to choose Blink twice over it, to be honest, because
For
I
real?
ride for Channing Tatum.
I'm gonna watch that movie, but I don't have very high expectations, honestly.
It looked interesting. It looked like it was pulling a little bit like Jordan Peele-y stuff going on. But
Yeah.
So
Okay. Some the
Alex, I
menu
know
shit.
you like Sam Raimi shit. So like you love like the old Evil Deads, right?
Oh yeah.
So
definitely.
like, what did you like the new one too?
I liked Fede Alvarez's. I thought it was pretty good. Like, but
Yeah.
I liked how it was like kind of true to like the gross out horror aspect of it, where it was just like straight up just
So
bloody
like,
as
Body
shit.
I feel
fucking
like
destruction.
I feel like you would like this Alien movie. I haven't seen the Evil Dead movies, but like to be honest, I think I'm gonna go actually watch them.
they're
It's
good.
Definitely.
good, yeah.
It's like I don't know. I'm down for the campiness, but also just like the horror shit in this, like was like perfect for me. It's like,
See,
Yeah.
that's
it like
that's what I
wasn't
liked.
scary the entire time until like the end. There was just like some like
Yeah.
it was honestly so fucking terrifying, but it was just so fucking weird. But like
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just like that was what I wanted to talk with you guys about because it was just like
The
I
end
didn't-
right there.
Put it in
That's
my
right.
review.
I've
It's one of
heard
the few
about it where
reviews
it's
I've
like
wrote.
it's
yeah.
a great horror movie, but it's an okay alien movie, is what I've heard about it. So like,
Yeah, I think that's
think it's
fair.
pretty
Okay.
good.
kind of
I don't
excited.
know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't agree with that. Because
No?
like I just rewatched a lot of the Alien movies, and to be honest, I think the first Alien movie is like probably in my top 5 favorite movies. I don't know why.
Same.
It's just fucking good.
So it's
Sci-fi horror, bro.
But like
Aliens is where it's at. Aliens is like
Aliens is good. So
I
like
had
I
an
mean
out of body
honestly,
experience
how I
watching
would
that one.
rank the
Wow.
movies, I would put those two at the top, like Alien, Aliens, and then 3,
Yeah.
I would put this movie, like Alien Romulus.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Really?
I feel
I
like
kinda feel
it's
like
like
that,
from
yeah.
rewatching the other movies, it's like
That's some
Alien 3
Prometheus.
was fucking bad because like they just I don't know, like the first one's the whole point is like the psychosexual horror shit. And then like
Mhm.
the producers basically like swapped that because like you didn't know how to fucking do it. And then they just like put in a bunch of misogynistic, like hyper masculine bullshit. Like
Yeah.
like it's a fucking prison, like a male prison. Like that's so fucking rapey overtones. Like I don't know. And then like Alien Resurrection basically took all the bad shit from Alien 3 and like made a fucking movie about it. Like I watched that one for the first time like last week. It's so fucking bad.
That's rough.
Yeah.
And then like
It's weird,
Prometheus
man.
and Alien Covenant are just like Alien Covenant's just bad. Like it's just poorly
Oh,
written. Like
it's not
Yes.
great.
and Prometheus
hold
is
up.
just like so schlocky and the dialogue is just so like I like it's okay.
Prometheus
though.
is my number
Yeah.
3. I'm not gonna
Yeah?
lie to you.
I
I
like
like
Prometheus for the
I
lore.
just
Yeah.
Idris Elba, I'm just like, dude, all of his dialogue was just ridiculous, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like,
We're
Yeah.
stupid scientists, but the whole idea of like the origins and stuff is really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is cool.
yeah.
That was like the thing about this movie. I feel like it like either directly or like indirectly tied to like all of the other movies. I don't know,
Oh,
in just
man.
like weird
A
ways.
little bit. Yeah.
I think they like homage like basically everyone. I would
Yeah.
say.
Whether it's like an
Yeah.
homage or like literally a direct like plot point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
them teaching
Totally.
her how to shoot the gun or whatever. That's like a complete aliens
Or
like
just
scene.
like the black shit, like from
The
Prometheus.
goo.
Or
Yeah.
like
I thought like that was
Oh.
clever. I thought like the way they incorporated some of the
That was.
story elements like
It just-
worked for me in universe. Some
Yeah.
of the lines and shit where they're just like, let's say that line, not as much, you know.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
Do the
that
line.
shit.
Yeah.
Felt
they
flat.
took
I agree with
Ripley's
that.
line, they gave it to the best character in the movie, but he shouldn't be saying that line, in my opinion. But
Yeah, and it felt so weird. You're talking about
get
the,
your hands off
android.
of her, you bitch, or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I was like, even the delivery on it was rough. I was like,
Yeah, he's
like-
like it's like kind of a joke. It's kind of like a throwaway thing with him.
yeah, why?
It doesn't make sense. He's a fucking robot.
Yeah, yeah.
And he likes dad jokes, but that's not a dad joke, right? So like,
Yeah, not in his
why?
programming. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
But-
I don't know. I also I'm with you. I like this is probably 3 for me, and then Prometheus. I had a great
Hmm.
time in theaters watching this. I didn't see it in IMAX, but that
I would
reveal
see it
of
in
that final
theaters.
creature, dude, I was like, what the fuck? The
I was-
birthing of it, and then its
It's fucking nasty.
form.
Yeah.
yeah.
This
That
is-
was
Getting me
nasty
excited
shit.
a bit.
I would go to see it in a
They
theater.
Speak about creepy, gross stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm
You're in
interested.
for
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
Just that
like
last thing.
I think like I was like toying with the thought of like, is this the most cinematic movie I've watched this year? And compared to Dune and Furiosa, I was like, this might top
Really?
it. Yeah, like I'd say 85% of the shots in this movie, of every single shot, like 85% of them are like so composed and so fucking sick. Like they're so
Yeah,
well shot. It's
Watching
crazy.
IMAX
Yeah.
was pretty fucking badass.
Isn't it? It was
Like
awesome.
I don't know. It was actually like worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
super well done sci-fi. Maybe I just like sci-fi. So like this one was better than a lot of sci-fi that I've seen, like just visually.
Yeah.
But
Same. Sci-fi horror is like, I don't know. I fucking love it. I can't get enough of that shit. It's good stuff. That acid blood, 0G acid blood, dude. I was like,
Mm.
this is fucking sick. Like,
there were
I
cool
love
ideas
that.
too. Like they don't really like
Yeah.
reinvent anything, I'd say, with this movie. They kind of just like revel in what it is. But
Yeah.
they have like sequences like that where it's like, oh, I've never seen that shit. Or like where they're in the
Yeah.
water at the beginning with the face huggers or whatever. That's fucking creepy and
Right.
weird, and it's like
Yeah.
dirty and nasty, you know. Felt fresh.
So like one thing I've been reading kind of is that people say, I don't know, just like the shitty articles I've read, they're like they equate it to like a video game. But I think it's just because like
Hmm.
halfway through the movie, or like video game logic or plot points, because like there's only like 6 main characters, and after like a certain point, some characters die and they all group up. So it's like
Mhm.
you can't cut away to like other people doing shit. So it's always like you're with the same people. They're like have a task, they accomplish the task, and like move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Which kind of seems tedious, but like also I didn't see a problem with it. Like I didn't see that watching the movie. That's just like something I guess I read that I picked up that other people think. But like
I
don't
was
know. For
feeling
me,
like
it
I
wasn't
could have
a problem.
used 2 more characters. I
Yeah.
could have used a couple more characters, even if it was like, and I was like worried that they would do something where it took too much of like the real estate of the movie, where it's like another ship showed up from like the planet,
Yeah.
and it's just people or whatever that we don't know. But that might have worked honestly if you did it well and didn't like labor it with just a couple people that we met at the beginning and then they show up or something. I just want more alien deaths too or something, you know. But
Yeah, I
like,
feel like the people
it's
I
too
feel that.
stretched out.
like the people would have to be. Well, I don't know. It might change the tone, but like I feel like the people would have to not be hard asses. They would have to be like kind of like almost like comic relief, which is weird in this movie. But like for that
Just
to
make
like
it
work,
fucked up
it's like if
for
you
them to
make them
like
just
get
assholes,
destroyed.
then they have like no character depth, and you're just
No,
like,
yeah,
okay,
for
this
sure.
is just some throwaway shit. I don't know.
Right,
I just like
I agree with that. That's how it wouldn't have worked, is if we just didn't care about them at all and they just show up
Exactly.
and take time and
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
it's like I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just like you're just adding more shit that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
that's what
thinking if they-
worked with Aliens, right? What you guys are describing, where it's kind of like you have these people, and then you have I can't think of his name. He died more recently. Not the why can't I think of his name? But he was like the comic relief, but he was supposed to be a macho man, but he was also a
Oh,
pussy
Bill
pretty much
Paxton.
the whole time. Bill Paxton,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's like these characters kind of work as
Yeah.
like that, yeah, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
They
that
fill
you guys are
more
talking about.
gaps of like different types
Right.
of characters. The crew that we have in this movie, they're kind of all similar-ish. So it's like,
Dude,
mm.
I thought that they were gonna reveal. So like the one random girl, who's like I guess like the one dude's sister, she said that she was pregnant, and then she's like who's the dad, and she just said like some asshole, and then
Mhm.
like just based on how her cousin touches her later in the movie, I'm just like, is this gonna be like revealed that he's the dad? Because he
That's
is
what
a
I caught
fucking
that.
asshole.
I
It was
think.
implied.
Yeah.
It was
He's kind of a
implied,
dick.
because like
That's what it
Yeah, 'cause
seemed
he's
like.
a dick to the
like,
android.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I think if they had done like I don't know, have like a force who's like trying to capture these people escaping the planet, and then have them die in like semi-comedic ways. I think that could have worked. You know, make them look stupid for being assholes. I don't know. That's my
I don't know.
that's my
To
rewrite.
be honest,
of-
I feel like that doesn't like. I feel like that's also like an old Alien thing, the resurrection ones, where you just like make
Mm.
them die in like ridiculous ways or like dumb ways,
Yeah.
and I'm just
Mhm.
like, or you make them
Well-
like so dumb that like it's just like I don't know, like yeah, I'm supposed to hate this guy. They have like nothing to them because they're just like so
It's like,
fucking dumb.
yeah, just kill
Like the
them. I
first
mean,
Mad Max movie, that was
Yeah.
my biggest problem with that. Is like the characters are just like so ridiculously dumb that like it's just like.
You talking about the original Mad Max movie?
Yeah, the very first
Yeah.
one. It's
It's
so
like Straw Dogs,
the
but in
writing
Mad
is so
Max world.
fucking bad. Like the like everything else about the movie's cool, but like the writing is so fucking bad.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I needed a little bit more outside the group for some. Like I needed to not like I needed
Yeah.
to cut away to them outside the group, but I just needed like other things inserted into like the characters' stories.
I
But
guess they like tried to
Right.
do that with the robot,
yeah,
but like
Oh yeah.
that's
I don't
another
know.
thing. I was just like, why did we do this? Like,
Did they try to remake like a whole David situation where the most interesting character is the synthetic?
oh, I mean, no, that's 100%.
necessarily-
I would
Oh
say
yeah, yeah. Actually,
in
yeah.
this movie,
Sorry,
I
I
would
was
say.
that
thinking
guy's the
of-
best character, the most interesting,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
So
Yeah.
it's like a Fassbender thing where it's like you watch Prometheus and Covenant and you're like, Fassbender fucking rules. This
Kinda,
character's
except I
awesome.
feel like this works better in the sense that like you
I still
kinda
found the main chick pretty compelling alongside his.
Oh, I
She
thought
was
so,
you know what
good.
I mean? Yeah.
But I
she
feel like
didn't
the
really
problem
do much with
with
it
like
though.
David for me
Nah.
is like you kind of knew the whole time he was gonna be bad, like
Yeah.
because he was kind of just fucked. This guy, I feel like it's like more questionable if he's gonna be
Mhm.
good or bad. Like
They
or
shift
if-
It's
his
just-
like motivations pretty smartly
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But
and,
I
yeah.
feel
But
like
that's
that
just kinda
works
how
better
the-
than David.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how the
Yeah.
Alien movies work, though. Like the synthetic, you get the original where
Yeah,
it's just
you
like
don't know
he's a
if they're
bad
like
guy,
good or bad. Exactly.
Mhm.
That's
and
like
then
one of the homages or like callbacks to other movies that
Right.
I found too.
never
I don't-
trust the synthetic fuckers. You know?
Right.
So
They
it's
did
just-
not need to bring the dude from the first one though, as like
What the fuck,
fucking
Matt?
Grand Moff Tarkin shit.
That's why I said the robot, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was just so.
Yeah.
I was like, why did we do this? And also,
And why
like, I
is
just
he
view it as like a
affiliated?
monetary
But
thing where it's like, don't spend that
CGI
money.
Was so fucking
Yeah,
bad. It was
it's
like
terrible.
so bad. Like
Yeah.
I like that was like one of the only times I talked in the movie. I literally like had to talk like be like, holy shit, you see this, right? Like
It's like, where's that dude's chin? Like, what did you guys
Yeah.
really okay this? Like, I don't know. Like, you could have just not used that and saved millions of dollars and just filmed on the day, and like, that frustrates me. Where it's like we got to tie it into this story, even though that character is not even the same character, right? It's like because he's Ash in the
his
first
name
one.
is Rook.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Rook. It's like, so why? Literally, why?
Is it
Like,
because it's the corporation that makes him? Is that what they were trying to get at, or is
and
it
they just
just
made
the
the same
corporation
robot.
between the two movies? So they're trying to be
He's
like, this is in the same time when they looked like this
Yeah.
synthetic
maybe.
human.
Yeah, we made
I
all
guess
the
it's
short
good.
Ash
I just
ones
thought, I
in
was
this
like, the
time.
odds
I
that
don't
this
know.
guy is here, and yeah, I don't know. I was just like, why? This doesn't quite add up. I don't know why this guy's here. It could have
Yeah.
just been a random fucking.
Could have been a
synthetic.
synthetic. Yeah,
But it
yeah,
was
shit.
cool,
I don't
right?
know.
It was
No.
cool, right?
It,
You
like,
didn't like it?
if it was
Just the
Ash, it would have been
effect that he was
cooler.
there.
If it was the
If it was
OG
Ash,
character,
Yeah.
even though
I
that
just
probably
went-
would make sense because it's been a while since I watched Alien, but I'm pretty sure that guy dies. But
He does.
yeah.
He's just a head.
Yeah.
So just make like maybe I didn't need another group. I only needed like another actor, and that could have been the actor where it's like, oh fuck, it's that guy. Like that's nice.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
we get some like injected energy halfway of this new person, which they kind of did, but it's not a new person. And then you're just like, why? At least that's my thought process.
Oh, it's fair.
Look, I thought it was totally unnecessary, but I still thought it was cool.
Fair enough.
Of the fan servicey stuff, I guess it's not the worst thing. I don't know. I still have issue with the legacy lines. Those were like my least favorite part because I was like, I don't need to like rehear. I don't need to be like jolted back to the old movies. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
it's tough.
the old
Yeah.
movies in this
To be
one.
honest,
like,
that's something
Yeah.
I didn't even catch. So like, I don't know. It's not like holding me back because like I
Yeah.
didn't even catch that. You know what I mean? So like, I
yeah,
don't
that's
really.
fair.
I'm-
Yeah.
I only caught really that one major line, and then just some of like the beats where she's like teaching the gun or how it like auto shoots or whatever the fuck. But
Yeah.
I thought that honestly one of the like bigger gripes or the dumbest parts of the movie were when they're trying to raise the room temperature up to body temperature, and then they're gonna walk through the room
Yeah.
as if it's the
Yeah,
same
was so
temperature.
fucking-
I was like,
I was
you
like,
should
that's
have
not
cut that.
That
realistic.
didn't
You
make
should have
sense
cut
at all.
that.
Like, holy
Or
shit.
they had a fucking robot with them. Send the robot through. Like, what are you? Why are you walking
Stomp on those
through?
motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
to
I
be
was
honest,
that
and that was
whole.
like after he got the like upgrade chip. So like he was supposed to be like smarter and like making
More
better
capable.
decisions and stuff. Or
Yeah,
like not,
right.
like he wouldn't allow them to be like
Doing such a bullshit plan? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
So yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, that it seems like such an easy solution to like a terrible fucking.
But also, like,
they could
that
have
whole
both turned into
scene.
fucking aliens. Like,
Right. But that scene, they go in, they take like their little steps of like, oh my gosh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? And then they literally bail out backwards. So like it was like useless. The whole scene like served basically no function other than just like tension. I don't
I
know.
agree with that. That's probably like what people
Right.
thought about the like video game logic or plot point shit. I mean,
Maybe.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't really remember that. They were trying to get to the hangar at that time, right?
They tried to get to a
It's
lot of
like
places.
the
I don't
other
know.
thing.
Yeah,
Still
it's the
alive,
hangar or the
I think.
lab, one of the
Because I
two.
think like
One
at
or
that
the
point
other.
they could have cut away to other people anyway. So it's like why
Yeah.
even have this in? You could just cut
Yeah.
away to something else, you know?
I thought the movie could have been 10 minutes shorter. You
Just
know?
because of that scene.
No, I mean that scene is that's a 5-minute scene that you
It is a
take
long scene,
5-10
yeah.
minutes out right there. Simple. But like I liked the ending. I didn't really think they should have like cut anything at the end. I just thought
Dude,
I had
I
a lot
agree.
like I had a lot of goodwill at the beginning and it started to fade slowly throughout. But like
I felt like the exact same thing. Basically, like after they get off the space station, there's a whole other sequence of the movie, and you're like, ready for the movie to be done.
yeah, you
And,
think it's
like,
about to wrap up.
by the time shit started happening on the other ship, like I was there for it, but like, yeah, my attention definitely dipped, and I'm like, I kind of want this to be done.
Yeah, let's
until
wrap
the
it up.
fucking,
Yeah.
fucking
Because the
crazy
ele-
monster came out.
Until the
After
big
that, I was in
elevator
for it,
shit.
you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also like an alien maneuver though, where it's like,
yeah.
we're
Like
safe.
from the first one,
And
because
it's
they
like,
fucking escape in the escape pod, and then the aliens on the fucking escape pod.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
always like another
staying in the movie.
shooter drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So makes sense, but I gave it 4 stars. It's a solid blockbuster in the summer, I'd say, you know.
Same.
Yeah, I do.
Where I landed. It could dip. We'll see. I don't know.
I toyed with 3.5 just because like some of the things they
Yeah.
did I thought didn't achieve success, but and
I agree with that. I
I
actually
guess-
really thought about it.
series.
To be
I guess it was
honest,
like
I thought
a-
about doing 3.5, and then I'm like, I don't know, I could go 4, and then I saw your rating, I think, and then I went 4.
yeah. No, don't just know that I'm questioning it as well. Okay.
Well, yeah, because like
So-
I definitely was like,
Yeah.
I was ready to go 3.5.
Yeah. I feel like with legacy sequels now, it's like, do I respect them? I don't know. You know, like, and that's where I was like, should I just drop this on like basis of alone of just like or like rehashed ideas, you know, like
Honestly,
uninteresting
I
like
kinda did,
concepts.
just
but-
because I'm like, I don't know, of like the like recent Alien movies in the franchise. I feel like this one kind of just worked the best, as in like it was like kind of all the shit we kind of wanted because it came like it picked apart other pieces of the other movies.
Yeah.
And I don't know. At this point, like if they don't have an original idea, I feel like that's the best way to go about doing this shit.
Maybe.
So,
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. But you have to appreciate it at a certain point, because if you don't,
but like,
if you don't appreciate legacy sequels, you're just gonna be depressed for the rest of your life.
Like,
That's kind of where I'm at.
It's true. That's a fair point.
I think like if they do end up making another movie, I don't know about the show because the show is like a totally different time period. But if they make another movie and it is like the same kind of format, I don't think it's gonna work. Just because it's like it's just like doing the same thing. That'll be like too much, you know?
All right.
This
It's like a
one, struck
reboot
good balance.
of sorts.
Like I feel like it was just what I was looking for out of this. Out of an Alien movie, I guess.
It felt a little original enough. It paid homage enough. Maybe a little too much homage, but yeah, I think it struck a good balance. At the end of the day, I wasn't like mad at it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, this is fine.
So you guys been watching anything else?
I
Yeah.
have one because I gotta get off soon. I gotta prep for class tomorrow a little bit. So
Okay.
What do you got?
It's a school night.
Yeah, it's school night. The Instigators.
Oh yeah, I saw both. Of
Oh, I watched that.
Like, I don't know.
It was a dog shit movie. I gotta
Yeah.
say, Doug Liman, what's that guy doing?
Whatever
Like,
he wants now. Whatever cuts a
guess.
paycheck.
I gotta say, why would you pick one of the most charming actors and give him the dullest role? Matt Damon plays the most dull character I've ever seen.
Dude,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Okay, maybe not I've ever seen in
I
a
think
movie,
I
but
saw
like,
at least you, Alex, rate it. My brother randomly, when I was in DC, my brother randomly put on The Great Wall, and Matt Damon is in that. And like his accent is just, and his whole character, I'm just like, why? Like, why did they fucking make this? Like,
Yeah, that movie's
but it's
weird.
like a similar situation, I feel like. Like, I don't, that's like,
it felt so strange. So like, Apple's coming out with, obviously, they came out with this movie, but Wolves is also coming out. So it's like they're bringing in the Ocean's crew two at a time, one movie at a time, right? So it's like, is this leading up to what I think it is? But this is a heist movie that doesn't matter. Like the heist doesn't matter in the end of it, right? And the villains that are introduced as like the villains, they just kind of disappear. They don't matter either. Nothing matters. And Doug Liman's like, I use Post Malone and Roadhouse, but also check out Jack Harlow. I'm with it, kids.
Yeah,
check out
I'm
my
hip.
movie. Like, I don't know. There was a lot wrong with this. And like, I think Casey Affleck was like the main script writer for this.
Oh, for real? I didn't even look.
And I think so. I could be wrong on that. I need to double
Mm.
check. But like, if that's the case, you can tell because his character is the most fun character
Definitely.
because he's having the most fun in the movie. And then he's just like, haha, Matt Damon, you're friends with my brother and not me. Fuck you. Have a boring character.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I get
It just
that.
felt so weird to me.
Oh, wow, I did
And
read it.
nothing seemed to matter in the whole movie. Nothing
That's
mattered.
crazy. Yeah, I had a couple good chuckles. I enjoyed the Montreal scene. I think that raised it a full star in that scene. I was like, that's hilarious. I love it. This movie felt like we have wolves at home. You know, like it's like the off-brand. What is going to come with wolves?
Yeah, I agree.
Which I'm pretty excited for that one. This one feels like the knockoff.
But like after watching this one, I'm like, is it gonna be bad? Is Wolves
I
gonna
hope
be bad?
not. Apple shit is not. It's like they just like grabbed all the Netflix cameras and all the fucking line producers, and they're like, let's do what they did, and like they just like picked up at the wrong spot, I'd say.
It's super like it has this Apple sheen to it, you know, where it's just
Yeah, it's
like
bad.
I don't know.
They started
Yeah.
going with the quantity over quality. I don't know. I feel like that's
Well, they're
like
just
a-
pumping it. Yeah, they're rushing to just like get
pumping
shit on.
shit out. They don't
Yeah.
care. Like it's good.
Yeah.
But like they
It's not- I
have
mean, I guess
gold
it is
in their
kind of like
hands
that.
with like Wolves coming out. They have Brad Pitt and George Clooney coming back together. Like the dynamic duo, right?
Yeah.
Great chemistry right off the bat. But then again, you have Casey Affleck and Matt Damon.
Should work.
You feel like they should, have good chemistry, but there's just nothing there. I mean, there was some
I don't know. I guess like I thought that,
okay
but like
parts. But
realistically, dude, like I don't know. I know Matt Damon and Ben Affleck like are probably friends, but like, do you think like Matt Damon and Casey Affleck are friends?
well, that's
Oh,
the thing.
yeah.
Is he friends just because he's like goes over to Ben's house and Casey was there and
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey guys, can I hang out with you?"
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
all
know.
hanging out in
I-
Boston together
I don't
or
know.
whatever.
I don't know. I mean,
I
I,
mean-
guess like
Got to.
you guys are brothers. Like you're both. So like I don't know. I mean,
Right.
it would be a similar situation to that. Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Really know. Like,
It's
Yeah,
like you
but,
brought your little brother.
but like I don't
right?
know. I mean, like I could see myself making a movie with Matt, but like with Noah, maybe it would turn out like this. I don't fucking know.
There
Like,
you go.
What the
There's
fuck
a
you
good
saying,
thing.
Joe?
I'm just saying, like this is what.
So
Alright,
Well,
you're
they
saying,
gotta be
Joe, that you
buds.
and Matt are the wolves, and then you and Noah are the instigators. Is that what
That's
you're
what.
saying?
Yeah, that's
here?
what comes of it. It sounds like.
I can't put that together. I just know shit was talked just now, and I
Yeah, I'm about to fucking throw hands. That's all I know. I'm fucking
Yeah, I'm
seething.
about to drop
It was
out
just-
of the
Yeah. No, they gotta be buds though, because Casey Affleck is in Good Will Hunting. I mean, like they go decently far back. You know, they were both in Ocean's 11. They're probably in the
Wait.
circles together.
No, Ben Affleck's not in Ocean's.
No, Matt Damon and Casey
Yeah.
Affleck.
Matt
Or at
Oh,
Damon.
least
that's,
together.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they've had some run-ins.
It's just like there was so much opportunity in this, and I'm genuinely concerned for Ving Rhames. Is that guy like he looks so fragile and old, and like
Yeah, he's getting
I
up
don't
there.
think his arms are like his real arms. I don't know. They just
CGI
don't move when
arms.
he's walking,
Yeah.
and I don't know. And then fucking Ron Perlman. Holy shit, is that guy old too?
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
I get like it's nice seeing these guys because like Ving Rhames fucking awesome, right? You see Ron Perlman, obviously you think back to Sons of Anarchy where he's a badass. But like when he's like punching the guy, you just know it's not him
Mhm.
because he's so old and it's just not believable.
Why do you think Tom Cruise is doing this deep fake young Tom
Like-
Cruise
like-
shit? You know, like
He's not.
he is, man. Because
His blood boy
he's
died.
like he knows what you're thinking. It's like I
Did you
can't
not see
respect
the
this guy if
Paris
he's old.
Closing ceremony, the Olympics closing ceremony.
Yeah,
That's
so-
fucking Tom Cruise, all right? That
Yeah.
dude fucking rules. I didn't watch anything in the Olympics except for like three things, which was the guy, the pole vaulter with the dick who hit the pole, all right? Tom Cruise,
I look that up.
and then
I missed
that's
that
it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
I'm just saying, let them embrace the age, man, because I don't want to see like a fucking plastic Tom Cruise in 10 years, you know? Like, I want to see Tom Cruise make like grace with his age and have a heart attack when he jumps off one of these cliffs, you know? Like, he'll die eventually from some age related issue. Like, it's going to happen.
what's gonna happen? He's ready. I mean, he's Mission Impossible. Okay, that's done. But now he's doing like a war epic with Christopher McQuarrie next. So like
Oh,
maybe he's hitting this serious tone now. You know, maybe he's
fuck
getting
no,
into
man.
his
He's going to be
acting.
leading
Veteran.
charges. He fucking
Yeah.
jumping off,
Better be.
like, still jumping off cliffs for some reason in Revolutionary Wars.
Jumping on grenades. Jumping on fucking-
Real quick, another movie I just watched because I saw it on the good website, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. It was called Space Sharks. Don't watch it, guys.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
why?
Sharks
What
in
the
space.
fuck?
Sharknadoes have
Like-
traveled.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, like what the fuck?
You thought it'd
It's-
be good?
No, I thought it'd be like fun. Like I don't know. Did you guys watch like every Friday night or whatever on the Sci-Fi Channel? Some schlocky movie would come on.
Oh man, when Eight-Legged Freaks was big back in the day,
I will hear no
Yeah.
slander of it. That's an elevated horror.
it's fucking.
That's not
well,
sci-fi material.
Or like Peter
It's fucking
Benchley's
Oscar
The
material.
Beast, I think, where it was like a 6-part release thing. I don't know. There was
I just
like
remember Ice
there was
Spiders. That was a
Yeah.
sci-fi fucking movie.
shit like that, where or like there was this one movie with rats, like giant rats and vents and stuff. I don't know. So sci-fi had like these schlocky movies. I'm like, are they still making schlocky movies? No, they are making movies with a specific runtime. So that way they can trick people on Amazon to rent it to make quick money, because the first 15 to 20 minutes is just opening credits and it's just like Windows backgrounds generic. And then there's a couple things of dialogue, and then there's silence, more like generic music, and then there's
Bro,
like
they got
20
you.
minutes of end credits. And I sat through it all
They
because I
fucking
was
got
dedicated
you, dude.
to finishing that shit. And
And
yeah,
did they defeat the space sharks in the end? I have to know.
no, I don't know. I don't
Space
know.
Sharks 2, baby. Here we go.
There
Yep.
was a scene in this movie where a man meets another man in a van, and they just list off a bunch of conspiracies, and basically says it all points back to the same thing. It's the lizard people.
Space sharks.
It's the flat earth. It's the pyramid. It's aliens. It's the space plants. It's the space sharks. It's all connected. The Kennedy is I'm like, what is happening in this scene right now? And then at the
I
end of
believe
all
it.
that, the guy says, so you know what you
I'm
got to
in.
do now? He's like, I got to go to the Grand Canyon. I'm like, what the f is happening?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
So,
That's
Nah,
what all
that's-
the
I'm telling
conspiracy
you.
theorists.
I'm telling you, that one was
So don't
something.
watch it. Got
I
it.
wouldn't recommend it.
One
but it
star
was just
movie?
like half a star. It wasn't
Half a
even
star.
a movie.
Oh, it's one of those. Wow.
Wait, the shark one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Space
Yeah, I
sharks,
was
thank you very
I don't
much.
know. Oh shit! Before you go, I wanted to talk about my new fucking rating system that I've been thinking about. At least I don't know.
Okay.
Pretty much, I was like, I don't know. This shit is so subjective that like, all I really need to know: should I go see this movie? Yes or no? And like, I don't know. Basically, were you entertained? Yes or no? And should I go see the movie? Yes or no?
So just
And,
half stars and
So
5 stars.
thinking about on Letterboxd, literally just like either no stars or 5 stars.
All right, yeah. I respect
Or
it.
you could throw in there rewatchability too. Like, will I rewatch
Yeah.
this movie? Does that play?
Yeah.
Because that's a huge thing for me in my rating. Is like
For sure.
the rewatchability is heavily weighted for a lot of my movies. And like going back to rewatching Training Day. That's why I'm like, I go back to that movie. Of course, it's a 5-star movie because I will go back to that movie again, probably shortly, just because it's just entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
one of you like rated it 5 stars. Maybe both of you
Yeah.
rated it 5 stars recently. But
I
we
did when
watched
we
that
watched
like
it.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So you're gonna do it? That's kind of like
The
what's
5 or
that?
no.
Yeah, what the Weekly Planet? Isn't that the podcast?
I don't know. I just thought it would be interesting too because like I don't know. I could like write a sentence about each of the movies too. But also
There you
like
go.
3 things would be better because like if it's a yes and a no for my 2 qualifying things, then like it's like 50-50. What am I gonna rate this shit, you know? Like
2.5.
so 3 is the way to go.
I like it. I like that formula.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, black
Yeah.
and white.
But
right
like
there.
I don't know. Do I have to go back through all my other
Yeah.
movies and do that?
Unfortunately.
I
I don't
think
know,
for
that's-
me, what would bother me would, if I was you and I was going with that rating system, going to my profile and seeing like the bars, it would throw me off to like suddenly see 2 like
Pillars.
big bars on the end and a base couple in the middle, you know?
Alright.
So
Yeah.
it would need to be all or nothing.
Yeah,
For
that's
me.
true.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Yeah, you're gonna encounter like one movie someday that's like a 2.5 because you can't decide of like you know like where it falls.
Like Space
Yeah.
Sharks, for example. You
Because
know?
like I
That's
guess it depends.
easy.
If I
right?
went off like, is it entertaining? Would I
5 stars.
recommend? And the rewatchability, like, would I recommend? It kind of depends on who I'm recommending it to. You know,
Oh,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's why I
mean,
like my
there are
4
movies
stars.
that
Like
you
a
could recommend to anybody though.
you don't know any movies that you can
I mean, there are.
recommend to anybody.
I
No,
feel
like
like-
there are movies you could
Oh,
just
there are
recommend to
movies.
anybody.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's why like my 4 stars like a barrier of like I would suggest anyone watch this movie, and if you don't like it, you don't understand movies, but also like this one's
You
gonna
have no
like
joy.
satisfy most any moviegoer. That's kind of like my 4-star.
I think that's solid.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I have been
Um,
thinking I need to like stretch them to like go more into 4.5, and then also more like below 2.5.
I was
'Cause there's
thinking
a
that too.
big
Yeah.
That's why,
gap.
like, before I
Yeah.
came to this conclusion, like opposite ends of the spectrum, it's just like I don't rate stuff that low. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. If it was
Yeah.
like fine, I would rate it like probably 2.5, and like
Yeah.
probably 3 to be, if I'm being honest. And then
Yeah.
like I would want to go like 2.5 or 2, and I just like don't rate movies that way. So like I don't know. I just feel like I need to change up the shit on like how I
Yeah.
rate these movies.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe just become more cynical. Maybe just I don't know.
It's just like I don't know. It's more like 3 stars for me anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I have a hard time.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I feel like I'm too harsh sometimes on some movies. But then
I don't
I go
know,
back into that
sounds like-
rewatchability, or like, did this actually accomplish anything? Like Instigators, for me, it didn't accomplish anything. So like, it didn't even need no question that it's a 1.5-star movie for me, because like there were moments where I had somewhat of a good time, but like nothing seemed to matter in the end. So how can it possibly even be a 50%? You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I fucking it's like why did I even watch this? Like
Right.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
Unless there was like a really good message.
Don't
There
There wasn't
instigate.
really even a message.
That's
It
what
was
I
just
got
like,
from it.
you guys can get away with thieving if
Dude, holy shit! You know what I rewatched? Like
I don't even know how they got
like
out
a
of
month
it.
or so ago.
I don't know.
I rewatched The Departed. That's some
Oh,
good
yeah?
shit, dude. The Departed.
Departed?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
Oh
one.
Yeah.
yeah.
That movie I've rewatched. It's up there with like my most rewatched movies. I love
Hmm.
The fucking Departed.
That movie's so
It's been a
fucking
while.
good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Scorsese
I
dive
watched-
soon. Here we go.
I could be
Incoming.
down, I think.
Yeah,
Buckle
it's got to
up.
happen sometime.
I mean, he did Goodfellas too, right?
Mhm.
Or is that
Yes,
some?
sir.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I
son.
love that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goodfellas,
that's a good one.
Casino. Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
Casino.
I've never seen Casino either.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I've heard
But I
it.
always hear about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
For
What a
me,
fucking
Casino is
Scorsese
like
does.
Goodfellas at home. Like, we have Goodfellas at home. And that's
Oh, really?
Casino for me.
Oh, bummer. I
And
like
that's
Vegas too.
fine, but it's just, it's like, the gangsters now, this is what they're doing in Vegas, and how they incorporated themselves into the gambling world,
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So pretty much everything you see with The Sopranos.
Oh,
But
I mean, I'm down
Scorsese's
for it.
just doing it over his films rather than,
Yeah, I've been kind of just watching shitty movies. It looks like I watched Fly Me to the Moon,
Oh, yeah,
Jackpot.
I
Watch
saw
that
that.
soon.
I didn't even want to go see that. I don't know.
That
I've
shit
seen like
was-
pretty much everything out lately, but like I don't know.
That shit was boring, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh
Terrible.
My
yeah,
ride for Channing Tatum. I think I said that earlier in this, but
Good luck,
that's
man.
why I want to watch it.
dude. So okay,
Good
you
luck.
all saw Deadpool and Wolverine, right? I wasn't here to
Mhm.
talk about
Yeah.
it, but like, did you fucking
Oh.
love that shit then?
I love Channing Tatum coming in with his
Yeah.
like Bayou fucking accent.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
I don't
god,
know.
that is so fucking funny. Like when Deadpool was just like, dude, what the fuck is up?
Yeah.
Like, was your acting coach like, what was he doing? Like,
Yeah.
The Minions. He was like,
Yeah.
"Was your dialect coach a fucking minion?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, this rules."
Yeah.
dude, I
Yeah.
also just love like all the jokes about because he was supposed to be Gambit for like so fucking long,
Yeah.
Right.
and he just never got his own movie. So I just love all the
Mhm.
jokes he like didn't even get to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the moments where when he showed up, I'm like, "This fucking rules!" Like
Dude, he was
those
like
Yeah.
so
cameos, I
badass
really
though,
enjoyed.
dude. Like his
Yeah.
like fighting shit was like really
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That was
That's
like
cool.
the most impressive. I loved it. Yeah, all those cameos were fucking awesome, man. Blade,
And
Gambit,
Elektra.
even Johnny
I-
Storm.
To be honest, I don't
Yeah.
have that much more to say about the movie. It was really just the cameos. Like, and if Hugh Jackman wasn't in that movie, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hugh
there's no
Jackman
movie.
brought the soul to the movie, and Deadpool
Yeah.
brought the fun. So
Was it fun though?
I mean, it
I
was
had a
fun.
I
decent
don't know.
time.
To be
I-
honest,
I-
I just found it. I don't know, kind of just tried too hard sometimes.
I
Yeah.
agree.
MCU
I
stank,
just-
bro. It's
Yeah.
it's
I
there.
really liked
Can't get rid
the
of it.
Johnny Storm cameo. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that
Like
was good. And
when
the
he
fucking,
said "flame on," and they're like,
Did
"Whoa,
you
we
end
don't
up,
know that
like-
guy."
did you actually say until after the credits?
No, but I saw the end credit scene where it's him
Yeah.
talking about
He
Yeah.
like actually says all the shit. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, that was great.
That's fun.
yeah. But yeah, I gotta get off, boys, because I gotta get up here in a few hours.
All right,
Good
man.
luck, man.
I gotta be awake for today's youth. Yeah.
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 Teach
Sure.
them right.
Multiple minds. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, are you
New job,
teaching
by
in
the way,
class?
Joe. I'm
Yeah,
a
what are you
teacher.
doing? Hell yeah.
Yeah, middle school teacher. Woo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
And
teaching
how is it?
keyboarding. So
Oh,
far,
okay.
so good.
So, do you like it or?
I do. I actually really like I'm enjoying myself. I think it'll be a lot more fun once I get my equipment, but like I just kind of like helping kids
Yeah.
kind of do better.
Honestly, I
That's the
100%
fun
get
part
that.
about it.
I feel
Yeah.
like they're like, I don't know. I guess like within the last couple of years, I'm like, should I be a teacher? But I think I would be terrible at that because I'm not really good at talking
Yeah.
to people. So,
See, I'm the same
well,
way. I
I'm
don't
good
like
one-on-one,
talking
I
to
guess.
adults, but with kids, it's a lot easier, it seems, because I can sit down and try to get talk to them and kind of pull them out of their shell a little bit. With
Yeah,
adults, I'm like, you guys are pricks. I mean, everybody, you guys grown up,
exactly.
you
Y'all
know the world
suck.
sucks.
Dude,
So
so like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like that's probably like a super rewarding job. I don't
so
know.
far, I'm enjoying myself. Like you have those kids who are like, you can tell they have their problems, but when they warm up to you, you feel successful. Or like I've had,
Hell yeah.
it's only like the first week, and some kids are like they bring me things like bracelets, or they're like, "You're the best teacher ever," and I'm like, God, this feels good.
My
Hell
heart.
yeah.
So
Awesome.
it's rewarding. I'm enjoying myself so far.
That's good, man.
That's good.
Hell
I
yeah.
Yeah.
thought about coaching before. I think I'd like something like that. Mentor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool. But no, yeah. Good on you, man.
keep it.
Cool gig.
So yeah, I gotta do some prep because I still don't have my equipment and I gotta improvise.
Well, good
All
luck,
right.
man.
Later, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Good talking. Next time,
Yeah.
Joe, we'll have to talk about Dark Tower though, because
Yeah.
Dude, I also want to talk about Life After Fighting because I did watch that this
yeah.
past week.
sick.
Yeah.
You should watch
Save
that,
it
Joe,
for
if you
next
get the
time.
chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juicy stuff.
Life After Fighting, great movie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But
All
later,
right.
boys.
Yeah.
Later, man.
What's it about?
about this dude
Life
just, like-
after
Yeah.
Life after
fighting.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean, I assumed that it was just like, you know.
Nah.
It's Australian, so I think that tells you enough.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
You might. I think you have to like temper your expectations for it because
Yeah.
it isn't. It's not like high
It's fine.
quality made.
It's B movie.
It's a B movie.
I was
Yeah.
expecting a documentary.
Well,
Is it not?
you could think it's
In
real.
ways.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It gets
Okay.
dark. No, I mean, I was pretty surprised at the level of quality of the B movie, though. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. So,
Yeah, it wasn't
if
bad.
you're curious about it,
Wait, you mean Life After Fighting?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you said the B movie, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you mean Life
well, the
After
B
Fighting, or-
movie too. I mean,
What?
I don't hate it. You know,
The
like it's
big Jerry
fine.
Seinfeld
Yeah,
guy.
fucking
Yeah.
Larry's in there.
It's kind of weird. The dynamics between bee and woman. You know, it doesn't seem to add up, but
Yeah.
I enjoy the
That's
stuff that happens
strange.
inside the hive. You know, the civilization with the bees.
Wait,
and-
what the fuck are we talking about right now?
B movie, bro.
B
Where you
movie,
at?
dude.
Come on.
I haven't actually seen B movie.
What? Okay, well now you got to watch B movie too.
Yeah, I guess.
Any other ones you saw that you want to talk about though?
I don't know. What have you guys seen recently?
I've watched my three. Other than those, I've watched Ambulance.
Ooh, I wanna
Michael
watch that
Bay.
one. Is it worth
Yeah.
it?
I had a good time. It's dope action. If you're looking for some cool action, heisty
Seems-
stuff.
Seems
Okay.
somewhat grounded for Michael Bay, so you know could get into
Yeah,
it.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Michael
there's,
Bay.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
I didn't-
intense.
Honestly, I didn't know Michael Bay was still making new shit. Like,
He's still
I don't
around.
know.
Yeah,
I
he's still
haven't really heard of
fucking
this
on a
movie.
drone.
It's
He
just
stopped on the
Ambulance?
Transformers, and now he's got to do other shit. That was
Yeah.
like 15 years of his
Oh,
career,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
No, but yeah, it's
What are you doing?
yeah, it's based in LA, and it's these dudes who iced something. I can't
Oh,
remember.
Actually,
And then
I
escaping
don't know,
a
it
man.
sounds like vaguely
Mhm.
familiar. Maybe
Came out a few years ago.
I just haven't really like seen any previews for it, which is just like weird.
Okay, dude, the trailers were fucking. I feel like I got pelted with trailers for that
Yeah?
one. That one.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
like-
Jake Gyllenhaal and
the dude who
Some other
plays
kid.
Black
How-
Manta.
How long
Yeah.
ago did it come
guy
out?
from Watchmen.
Uh,
2020,
Couple years? No.
Oh,
21?
gotcha. Okay, I thought this like
2022?
just came out. Gotcha. Sorry, my
a
bad.
couple years ago.
22. Yeah, 22. That I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. which
Yeah, I
was
saw
fucking
the. You liked it?
good, man. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. I was glad
Yeah.
that like I saw your high rating. I was like,
Oh
Yeah,
shit, what'd
I
you give it?
debated 4 stars. I'm at 3.5. I was between 3.5 and 4.
Gotcha. I think I gave
I
it
thought you had it at
3.5
4.5.
too.
Maybe I dropped it down.
oh shit.
No, did I have it at 4.5?
I thought so.
No. I might have
I
had it
had,
at
like-
4 and then dropped it down.
I like just watched like before I watched it, I rewatched like the 3 new ones with like Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're so good.
Those are so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought. It was like this new one.
Oh, you're right. I do have it at 4.5. My bad.
I thought it was like
Wow.
I was
I didn't think
misreading
it was
it.
like as good as those, but like I kind of liked how they obviously set up a new like conflict. They will probably
Kingdom?
have
Yeah.
more movies. And like yeah, I think it'll be cool. Like it was cool. Like I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I just
I
thought
was-
like for the most part, I just thought it's probably gonna like set up just the whole new world thing or conflict
dude.
with the humans, you know?
I'm
Yeah,
waiting for
yeah.
like them to actually go back to the OG story. They've are so patient with not just remaking the first one, but like I want them to get back there. Yeah, like where it's like basically they've taken over the whole planet and then astronauts land
Yeah.
from like a wormhole or whatever the fuck, and then it's like, oh shit, this is
But, like,
Earth.
But
So,
they're
I've
only
never
like
seen them.
I don't know if they're like 500 years yet. I think it's like
No.
200 years. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
after and
Yeah.
like the original is like 2000. I'm pretty sure.
You could mess
Like, it's a
around with
long
those
time.
numbers if you want. I mean, it feels like the apes basically have taken over most of Earth right now. They just don't have like language and
Well, like I
full
guess what
like
I mean is like
shirts,
it'll be
t-shirts,
like
whatever the fuck.
like it's gonna be a pretty big time jump that you're just gonna like I don't know have to explain some shit. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, make it 250 years and that's fine. I mean, like, or
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
500 years or whatever if
As
you really
long as
want to
it's,
jump.
like, you know, you have
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
steps. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
get that. It's just
Because I
Maybe
want.
one more movie where it's like the humans leave Earth in this conflict for some reason or something, so then it can get to the old
Yeah,
ones.
that's the only thing that I don't really know how
Yeah.
they're gonna tie it in because like
Yeah.
the original like I don't know they could probably change the years but like they I mean they left in like whatever year it was they made the movie it was like the 70s or some shit is like when
Okay.
they were supposed to like leave Earth
Yeah.
but like even in the first one with like James of the new ones with James Franco there's like some weird fucking news article in the background of some scene that like talks about some people in space.
In
or
space,
Mars
yeah.
and shit.
They planted
But,
the
like,
seed.
Yeah.
I think so, but like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what they do with it. To be honest, I kind of
You don't want them to go
will
back to
probably
it.
be okay with whatever they do.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I like the movies, so I don't know.
Jokes on
too.
them. Those astronauts were actually chimps they sent into space.
Oh shit! What a
Not
twist.
actual
Oh,
astronauts.
Yeah.
shit, the humans
Well
came back over. Like
Nah, I dug it.
taking
I
over
really
Earth.
dug the villain of Kingdom. Like
Yeah,
the just kind of like greedy king type dude or whatever.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he was good.
There's a moment like
Caesar
when they
Proximus, I think.
yeah. Yeah.
Proximus
Yeah.
Caesar, one of
There's
the
a moment
others.
when they get into
Yeah.
the base and he like sees guns for the first time and his like curiosity level while he's like ducking behind all the other apes is like
Yeah,
palpable. I like that moment.
yeah. The main monkey. Forget his name. Oh no, it's Noah.
Wow, dude.
Look at that! Whoa. I mean, he feels like the next Caesar, like the next monkey who's gonna
Yeah, he's
try
cool.
and like chill shit out between humans and ape.
Mhm.
So
I like the hawks.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
shit
like they
too.
set up a good
Or the
like
Eagles.
conflict with him and like whatever. I also thought like the girl, like for being in like The Witcher and not doing very well, I thought she actually did a pretty good job in this.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
fine.
I didn't think. Yeah,
I just like
I had no
The Witcher's-
problem with her.
been pretty bad. So
I stopped watching. I couldn't keep watching that show.
Really went with it.
Yeah.
Watched like half the first episode, and I was like, "This is not for me."
Yeah, the games are play the game if you want that world. The game is
Right.
like solid. And then the last thing I watched was Perfect Blue. It's an anime
Oh, I've heard of that.
from '97,
Is it good?
and it's a trip. It's like some mind fuckery going on.
Hmm.
It's like this pop idol who switches careers to an actress, and then has to do like like a rape scenes and like serious acting scenes. And this whole time, I guess it's at the dawn of the internet, so there's like people following her, like psycho fans who are like following her. And the whole time through a process, she's like struggling with her identity as pop singer, actress, who is this person. And you find out some crazy shit later about her manager doppelganging and fucking with her
Oh.
head. And yeah, it
Okay.
was good. It was really good. But I was just like, I don't know what's real or not, man.
Who am I?
Yeah.
You're
But,
Perfect Blue, baby.
Perfect Blue. That's you.
That's you. We talked about Trapped, didn't we, Joe?
a little bit.
Just through text. That's one of
Yeah.
more like my more enjoyable ones recently.
Really?
I kind of dug it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
had a good
That's
experience in the theater.
I think that's like actually like the lowest on my list.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
That's a
don't know, it was
Shyamalan special.
Fucking bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all the rankings.
I think like that's probably lowest, and then
It's
like
got
I don't know,
right.
probably Long Legs is right after that because Long Legs was kind of not.
Whew, that was a disappointment for me.
Yeah, like I feel like it was pretty hyped up, but of anybody I like heard who went to go see it, they didn't like it, or at least
Yeah.
who I've
I heard
talked to.
similar. People didn't really care for it.
Disappointed.
Then I watched Twisters. I actually really enjoyed
Dude,
Twisters.
I
Going to
still
see it in the
watch.
theater was cool.
Yeah.
But like
I was
it
thinking about
really
seeing it
is
at
like
drive-in.
the exact same movie.
Oh yeah.
It's just like modern day, which I thought was cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I thought like, I don't know, Glenn Powell and the other chick, like their chemistry was pretty good. So I don't know, I thought it worked.
Me too.
Yeah.
And like they even show like the little floating balls at the beginning. Like
They have a
That
couple
was
little links to
cool
the
homage.
previous one, but they don't really do much with it.
yeah.
Otherwise,
I just thought it was like kind of
just fine.
Little
Yeah.
nods. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
was so close. If it's still playing at the drive-in, I might try and go see that soon before.
that's where we saw it.
Oh yeah.
It was
You hear
cool.
that? Yeah. I feel that'd be a great experience.
Yeah.
It's a good summer blockbuster, one of the better ones. This and Alien, like they did it right, I'd say, because
I
like
can't get that creature out of my fucking head, dude.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
That
It was
creature is
so fucking
fucking-
scary.
Yeah, right. Like,
I thought the
It grew
aliens
so many-
before were
yeah.
scarier than the baby alien, personally. But
Yeah?
I was like,
I-
baby
Baby alien, I was just like,
Nazi baby alien. I was
yeah,
this is
and it was
fuck-
I
like
don't know.
the
It was
engineers
freaking
or
out.
whatever too, kind of or whatever from like Prometheus or whatever the fuck too. It's like
oh, yeah.
part engineer, part human, part alien. So it's like weird. It was a weird fucking thing.
Yeah,
Honestly, like
yeah,
the face huggers, I think are the coolest to me, or like the scariest
I agree.
parts of that.
Dude.
Like,
I played the Alien Isolation,
Hey,
the game,
hey.
video game,
hey,
and like the alien's scary because it's like, oh, you gotta hide and fucking, vents and shit. And but like once you get into like the nest and shit,
it
you're
gets
just, like,
wild.
you're just listening, like your ears are just wide open. You're like listening for skittering of face crawlers everywhere. Like it's fucking
Yikes.
terrifying.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
terrifying.
that game is great survival horror, man. If you guys are into that shit, video game wise.
That sounds fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
dope. It's dope. Dude, there's killer robots. You're crafting bombs and weapons. Yeah,
Hell yeah,
that game's dope.
sounds pretty sick.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I've watched that's like worth mentioning, I guess, if you're interested, is called Kim's Video. It's a documentary I watched that came out this year. It's about there's a place in New York called Kim's Video from like the 80s to 90s to early thousands, and it had like thousands of like VHS or DVDs or whatever, and stuff that you'd like never seen before because the dude was like bootlegging shit and then like recording it and like making his own little tapes and stuff like that. And then people like the cops would come and take it, and then he would just like make more and then put it back out. Like basically this cult underground following of movies and love, and then they sold. He had to like sell all the stores, and he sold the entire collection or donated it to this place in like France or Spain. I forget the country, but it's like a European country, and they promised to like let it live on. And basically it's like sat in a closet for the last like 10 years. And then there's this dude who's like making the documentary, who's like investigating where it went and like what happened to it and like how can you get it back. And he's kind of like breaking in here and there. And like, it was one of the better documentaries I watched this year. It's pretty like personal. And the guy who made it is like obviously there narrating it. So it doesn't feel like this Netflixy, like outside just interviews. And it's like very like, on the ground, which is cool.
Not your standard talking head type documentary.
No, not at all. Yeah, nice. It's got narrative into it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're like following his investigation a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm down with that.
And it's kind of like his descent because he's kind of like making it his like thing, and it's like nobody else really cares, you know. And it's like an obsession for him at a certain point. And
he's in the fucking rabbit hole, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it.
All right, that sounds interesting. I thought you were gonna say Kim's Convenience at first. It's like,
yeah.
I've seen that. I think I've seen that scrolling though. Kim's video. I feel like I've seen that scrolling through. Yeah.
It's worth a watch for sure.
Yeah, I never have. But I saw you rated it on Letterboxd. That was
Yeah.
I watched Akira for the first time.
Oh, nice, dude.
Pretty fucking wild. I don't know. Yeah. For me, I just like love old anime. So like,
that's like the OG, right?
Yeah.
Or like one of the like, very early like.
It was just like, I don't know, just like a hidden gem that I had like just passed over because like I've watched pretty much all. I've watched a lot of old anime and like I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, am I gonna? I guess I can. What's this? It's called Perfect Blue.
Yeah, that's also it's 97, so it's also.
I can check it out. I mean, maybe it'll do it for me, but like, I don't know.
It's the style. If you're like looking for the style, the story might be a little weird. It is kind of hard to follow, but
okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ghost in the Shell, Joe?
No, I haven't.
I'll check that one out.
That was pretty good too. Yeah. Maybe. But I found out that Akira and Spirited Away were in this like made the same year.
Really?
Yeah. Spirited Away won the Oscar. I think.
I mean, that's fair. Spirited Away is pretty good.
But I'm pretty sure that's
Akira's like 80s, isn't it?
I thought so.
Yeah, no, that's way earlier.
I got fucked up. Maybe I got.
Yeah, Spirited Away came out in 2001.
Spirited Away did win the Oscar though. I'm pretty sure that year when it came out.
Yeah, I knew it won it. Oh yeah, you're right. Akira's 88. So disregard my fake news.
You're trying to make these kids believe something completely fake.
I just felt bad that I thought Akira got snubbed because I thought Akira was better.
You just made up your own reason to get angry about. Like you're like, I need to like, this is not justified. I need to like make this a problem.
Yeah, that's true. My specialty, bro.
Yeah. Shit, man. Well, I'm glad we could tear down those walls, at least for Akira, for you.
Yeah, this has been kind of therapeutic for me.
Yeah, you can let it go, man.
Just let it go. It away a little bit better now.
Not as pissed off at it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Then like I don't know. I watched Sing Sing.
How was that one, man? Because I want to see that one, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to like go to the theater and like I'll catch it. Yeah.
But it was like sad.
It's like Oscar bait. Is it like, is there anything more than just like trying to catch an award with that movie? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a little bit. But
that's all movies are.
You also don't have to go to the theater, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. I do want to see Dee Dee though. I might go this week to see that one.
Yeah, I should go see that too. I liked it just because like I kind of related to the main character a lot. Nice. And like also it's just kind of a good coming of age story.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like I'm always down for a good coming of age story.
Yeah, it was good. I think you both would really like it actually.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't know, just fucking shenanigans together.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next one I see.
Comes out, I'll probably wait for streaming. Dude, I have a problem. I don't keep up on fucking new movies. Whatever the algorithm feeds me.
You click
and then
play.
Maybe if it's like a big fucking, blockbuster or like something I know I like, then I'll go. But
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm fucking OCD about it, where I have lists and lists and lists, and I'm like, I need to watch this before the year's over, and then,
No,
it's
that's
unhealthy
fair.
at a certain
I'm
point.
OCD about other weird things. Not that we need to get into our neuroses. This isn't a therapist.
It's kind of a
session.
bummer. Yeah, there's not like too many movies coming out in the next like month that I care to see. I mean, Beetlejuice, I'll probably see it, but I really just am not like that excited for it.
Really give a fuck.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about that one. Yeah.
I don't know. I
Joker.
Really,
I guess that's the next big one.
I'll probably see that. When does that come out?
I think it's like October, mid-October.
I don't know. I just like have gone to see. Oh, did you guys go see Kneecap?
No, I did. I want to see that.
A movie you don't have to see in the theater, but like it was still a good movie.
That's the one I actually like most want to watch at the moment, I think.
Yeah, like after watching that
and Dee.
I actually like just wanted, because I don't really know anything about Ireland's independence, so I watched a couple movies about Ireland's independence.
Well, that's cool.
All right, dude. You know
Fucking
more
learn
than
a history,
I do.
man.
Yeah, it was cool. I watched it with my brother because like we watched that like pretty early on when I was like in DC. So he just like got a thing about seeing a random pre-screening of a Doom movie, but it didn't tell us like what it was.
Yeah, I see that on AMC every once in a while.
Was the Irish independence, were they mostly just shooting potato guns at the British? Or...
Dude, that's fucking racist, man. Of your own race.
Potatoes were in either of them.
God.
Listen, if anyone can say that, I can say that, all right?
Dude. Irish people would be spitting on you right now. You just you made a joke of their ancestors'
Michael Collins
trials.
I think it had
puking on me, drunk.
It had Liam Neeson in it.
Fuck those
randomly,
guys.
Alan Rickman was in it too. But it kind of wanted to be
the guy from Man vs.
It kind of made me want to watch Schindler's List because it was like from the 90s.
He's the guy Adam
Liam Neeson. Wait,
that's Adam Richman, bro.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. Fucking Severus Snape. Not the dude eating giant bergs. No, it's just no.
I was like, I'm in, bro. You got food? All right.
Adam Richman is transitioning to an actor? No.
I don't even know. Gotcha. I didn't know what the
I caught it. Yeah.
My bad. No, I'm fucked up, Joe. Don't.
Where were you? Yeah. What movie is this though?
It's called
Alan Rickman.
Collins, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. It was
Collins.
fine. It's supposed to be based on, like, partially based on a true story. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't even know if the events are true because this is all.
Is this George Clooney?
I don't think so. This was in like the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Because I know there's a movie called Michael Clayton.
Oh no.
And that's a Clooney one.
Michael Collins, you said it was?
Michael Collins.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And I don't know. The ratings were big. But then I also watched this movie called The Wind That Shakes the Barley. It was an indie film, kinda, but it had Cillian Murphy in it. That was pretty much it. Other than that, there was no other people.
Was it like his something early out of his career or something?
I don't know. It was like in the 2000s. Maybe like 2004. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, it was just interesting because out of the two movies, they're like the same conflict, but like Michael Collins is just like actually important people, and the other one is like random, kind of. But they're like all in the same like situation.
Conflict or story. Well, I want to know more about my history, my ancestors' history, man. So I'll have to talk more.
23andMe, dude.
You can probably just like actually watch.
Find out I'm adopted.
A documentary or something that's not like a movie.
Yeah, true. I only learn information though through movies. I can't read. I have to be told what happened.
Matt's been illiterate since the 7th grade. He gave up.
Yeah. Cool. I watched my first movie and I was like, well, I'm done with those words. Don't need them.
Actually more accurate for Tyler.
Teach me anything.
I don't think Tyler's read a book since like 8th grade.
I read a book this year, motherfuckers.
You're back on the Game of Thrones train.
Game of Thrones book. Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fire and Blood. 700 pages. I mean, it's a book. It's a real book.
Yeah, I have a 20-book goal this year, and I'm at
Nice.
like 14.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
fucking yeah.
showing off.
Dude.
God damn it, man. I'm proud of one book,
One
and you
book.
just put me down.
One book a
God.
year, bro.
Wait, so you read Fire and
Up your
Blood though?
game.
I did, yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. And compared to Hot D sucks, dude. The second season of Hot D was so bad, but
Dude, I
Had
saw
moments.
like a list
Yeah,
of like
show's
the
been
top
falling off.
10 rated episodes or something of like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon combined. And like House of the Dragon, like, was it 10? But like the top episode was the Battle of the Bastards.
it's a great
And I'm
episode.
just like, you think, yeah?
I mean, it's
Definitely
probably
up
top
there.
5. Yeah, if
Yeah.
not.
Gotcha. I guess like by that point, I was just like, this is kind of just filler. Like this, like,
Nah. I just rewatched Game of Thrones.
I don't.
To be quite honest, that show is one of the it's one of the best shows ever made. And I was so worried that I would feel the same things I felt last time when I got to like later seasons. Season 6,
It's
almost a
so
perfect
good,
season
man.
of television still. Season 7, that's a pretty good
Yeah,
season of
it's bad.
television. And
wow.
As
season
few
8,
people remember.
the
I
season
had
I
a
was most
totally
worried about
different,
is
like,
still pretty good.
experience. I actually just rewatched all of it too. And
Yeah.
I felt like kind of the opposite.
Wow.
Really?
Mainly because like this whole show could probably be cut down to 6 seasons. I mean, there's like so
No.
much filler that like kind of doesn't need to happen. And if you had Daenerys just attack King's Landing initially instead of like going to help Jon, if she just takes fucking King's Landing and then like actually
Then the
goes to
North
help
is
Jon after
overrun.
that, and you like
That point,
resolve
yeah.
the shitty conflict in the first place, and then just have one of them die, and the other one is just like the ruler.
I see what you're saying. There's probably.
Would
I
have
think
been
they
a good
were.
ending. Like,
I
I
think
see what you're saying. They were trying to organize it, I think, right? To be like, this is the more prevalent threat. We have to deal with this
yeah, I gotta
first.
deal with the White
But I don't-
Walkers
I-
first.
yeah, but like,
see what you're
dude,
saying.
they like when she goes over to Westeros, they all know she could easily fucking crush Cersei, and it's just like,
Yeah.
just fucking do it. Like, I don't know.
Well,
and
she's
then
trying not to
everybody is telling her
murder
not to.
innocent people.
Oh yeah, all the
or
innocent people,
whatever.
but she fucking like could have avoided that at the end anyway, and just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's a hard hurdle to jump still on the rewatch, but you see it through the whole show. It's coming. It's coming the whole show. First off, they say a Targaryen, if it's a flip of a coin, if it's going to be like mad or a good like ruler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have Jon Snow and you have Daenerys. That's the coin. So like for that concept, I'm like, sure, that one of them's mad. That makes sense, you know. But she's
Well, I mean,
also
like,
burning random people in
understand
Essos,
that there's gonna be
locking them into
two
dungeons.
Targaryens in the show is like one good or one bad, but like there also was her brother or like his dad. They're not even in the same generation. Like, so I don't know. I guess it's just like,
That's just, the saying is when a
Yeah.
Targaryen's born, the gods flip a coin. If it's going to be good or evil or like not.
I still think her brother would have been a piece of shit. I
oh,
don't think
I
there's
he's a
nothing that
terrible
would have
character.
changed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially after watching Hot D, you're like, dude, these Targaryens are fucked. Like,
Yeah. But I'm trying to like set Daenerys as a character like checks out to me. Even on the rewatch, especially, it's like she's
Gotcha.
this girl with no
I
power,
also didn't feel that way.
really, who gets ultimate
Yeah.
power with the dragons and shit and becomes like this ruler. In the early season, she's burning her enemies. She's locking them away to die in a fucking vault. Like she's not like handling the people right, or she's not like doing things in like an honorable way. She's kind of just burning shit and moving on and like shit like that. So it's like there the whole time that she is capable of stuff like this. And then she gets to Westeros where she's like trying to like do it different because like it's a more cultured land or whatever, which isn't even that true.
Sure.
But like,
for there's no
Um,
black people in Westeros, but that's, you know.
yeah,
we don't
exactly
know
right.
that
I mean,
God dang.
I'm just
when
saying,
she-
I'm just
when
saying.
she gets there,
Yeah, there isn't. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. Something happened between them.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But she
touching
gets
that.
with Jon Snow, right? This is like a fated event that's going to happen in the Song of Ice and Fire, right? The Fire and Ice, like, you know, meeting in the middle, love story at the heart of it all,
Is
or
it
whatever.
Because like, wasn't that just Jon Snow?
You could say it's just him, but like I think it's like the whole show is like this epic tale of like Jon in the fucking north at this icy tundra wall, and he's like a cold man, and then Daenerys, who's in this fucking far reaches of like the eastern south in a desert land, who has all fire, and it's like A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal in my opinion. That like the structure of that is fantastic. But anyways, Jon Snow, they get together, love story, blah blah blah. It's all rushed. It's all rushed. It's very rushed.
Yeah.
But then she finds out that Jon Snow is actually Targaryen, and like in Westeros or in like Game of Thrones universe, the man is always have a better claim, and everyone in the country will back them easier or just like more readily. And with Jon Snow especially, he's already like a fucking natural leader, and it's like, shit, man, that guy should be king, you know? Like it's just right there. So like this like spirals her into like her mental state towards the end, where she doesn't have anybody to advise her. Like all her people are dead. Jorah just died with like the White Walker battle. Nobody's helping her. Fucking Missandei gets her fucking head chopped off. Like literally the last vestige of like her crew, besides Grey Worm, I guess, is dead. And like, it all checks out. It's rushed. It doesn't like, they should have like done more in the episode where she flips and just burns people. But like, to me, it's like, that makes sense as an ending.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you're gonna fucking do it shitty, why not just do it a totally different way that's gonna be better?
Well,
they
it's
needed
down
just
all this
HBO
bullshit.
money. You know, you needed the fucking.
I don't know. Like, you could have
Full
made it
season.
6 seasons, put all of your shit into it. I know it would be different than like George R. R. Martin's books, probably. I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it
they are.
cut
It
off
still
was
is.
season
Bran
6,
was
right?
best
Or it
in
was
this
7. Like,
It's like 6 or 5, yeah, somewhere in there.
so like,
Kind of stops.
I don't know if like all that shit is not written. They have like they had so much liberty to make this better, and just like they could have just made it more concise, cut down all the fucking bullshit.
Well, they did. That's what they did for like the end of the show. I think like you need to have some of the moments of like talking or like but relationship building in Westeros, because if she just comes over and burns the city,
I guess I'm just saying they cut down all the bullshit in season 6, 7, and 8, not just 8. Like
Mostly
I don't
7
know.
and
The whole
8.
Battle of the Bastards
7
is
and 8.
what
Yeah.
like what
It
it's
feels
like
like
started off of with, and like I just feel like that entire episode was like unnecessary. Like I just to me
He takes
like,
Winterfell.
Battle of the
Yeah,
Bastards.
yeah,
he's
but
going
Ramsay Bolton as a character was fucking unnecessary. Like, it's just a fucking just random roadblock in John's way of like all this other random shit that's happening. Like,
Well,
Nah,
I mean,
it's
I guess
houses, bro.
that's
It's
you could
houses.
you could view any TV show like that then, especially ones that are killing characters where it's like, oh, that character's done. I didn't need to spend
Yeah.
time with that
Look,
character. Like, well,
it's
you
just
did
way
though.
too much shit going on. Like,
Way too
I
much
know
shit, you
House
said?
of the Dragon isn't like as good as the show, but like also it is only season 2 right now, and I know like
Yeah.
the end of season 2 wasn't very good because like obviously like we're all fucking expecting some shit to go down, and they just fucking built it up to nothing. But like,
I actually really like that last season or the last like.
I like the
couple
episode as an
second season.
episode of the show, but yeah, no, the,
Yeah,
the whole
exactly. It was
But
season
it
is
okay,
bad.
but yeah,
does leave
like,
you
as the
fucking-
finale. It's not
Yeah,
very fulfilling.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
all right.
The writing in Game of Thrones, though, scene
point
writing
there's
is phenomenal.
It's only like one conflict in House of the Dragon. It's just
Yeah, and
way
it's
less
boring.
shit going on.
That's what like
Yeah.
there's not much going on in
Yeah.
that show, and that you feel that. That's why like Game of Thrones is so expansive and large and bigger than the story, and like that's why it feels better to me. And I don't know. Yeah.
I think I agree. Yeah.
The scene writing, like I was saying, it's top notch. In 6 seasons, and even in like the later seasons, the scene writing is still good. It's just like it takes turns that you don't want. And then like
I
The
really
one-
disagree with that.
really, what
Dude,
seems
like,
like bad?
Tyrion's character in like season 6, 7, and 8 is just like totally different. Like
Yeah,
anything
he
he
gets
says-
neutered.
yeah, like
yeah.
his
that's fair.
character sucks. Like, and he was such a big character. Like, that's like the whole reason. I don't know. He's important.
Oh, he's like fucking banished from Westeros. He's essentially exiled himself.
Yeah, and he's tied into
And then
this
becomes-
Daenerys story where it's like I can't
Yeah.
control her. She's getting on like on her own shit anymore, and I'm trying to not get her to burn fucking my siblings and everyone in King's Landing, but she won't listen. But I'm acting like she's so he's in like a stasis mode of like denial, which makes his character weak. But at the same time, it's like, well, that character journey is like a tragic one for him because he like has this like highs in his early life of like manning King's Landing and shit like that, and he like thinks he's behind this ruler and she's not the fucking right choice, and he tries to choose Jon halfway through, like he's like trying to like find the right balance, but he doesn't have like he can't make the moves anymore at the end. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get what you mean. He's like the character's not as vibrant.
He lets
and-
Varys die because he won't join Jon.
Wait, he lets Varys die because he sent ravens for Jon's. Because Tyrion won't join Jon.
Yeah.
Right, because he's trying to buy into Daenerys's story or journey.
Yeah. But like he had the opportunity like to join Jon. I guess is what I'm saying anyway. I'm just like
Yeah, I mean, he
Well,
does.
thinking of you.
Joe, what was the favorite book you read out of the 14 books you read?
I don't know. I actually read this one recently by Hank Green. Like weird because he's John Green's brother, but it's like a 2-book series. I think it's called An Absolutely Remarkable Thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't
He's
know,
the
it's pretty
YouTuber, right? He got cancer and
Yeah.
yeah. He's like a scientist. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he actually has like some, I don't know, some like company that teaches kids science. So
Huh.
I don't.
I did not know
Nice.
he was John Green's brother.
I think
too.
I don't
That's
know.
a shock.
In like the acknowledgments at the end, he like says something about it. But
Oh,
like,
yeah?
I don't know. He's just kind of like vague about it. So
Hmm.
I don't actually know.
I guess when you have a Fault in Our Stars to live up to or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I had to change the subject because we were getting into semantic level stuff, and I wasn't completely
Yeah.
following, to be honest, near the end there.
I feel
No, it's hard to. It's like I kind of realized as I rewatched it, like I think I'm taking a more high road on the show in general now, which I didn't 4 years ago when it ended.
Yeah, I
Not
didn't when
at
it
all.
ended, and I rewatched it pretty quickly after that, and I was like, yeah, pretty quickly. I was like, yo, I don't think this is as bad.
Especially on a binge, it felt a lot better
Yeah.
too. Like you didn't have to wait like 2 years for that last season, which
Yeah, you
Kinda
know
killed
what
a
to
lot of
expect
it.
little bit. Yeah, the hype.
like I don't know. Sorry, I don't want to like keep like arguing it, but like
No, go for it. I'm here. I will try and mediate because
like what really like harshed my mellow when I watched it the first time a few years ago was like this buildup of the White Walkers, and it's like Arya comes in and just stabs them or whatever, and it's done. I'm like, what the fuck? That's it?
yeah,
And then you watch it as a binge, and it's like, dude, the White Walkers have been teased for like 8 fucking seasons. It's like, yeah, that's it. It's the final battle with the White Walkers. Like, I don't know. So that's like, yeah, I don't know. I felt better.
yeah, she did kind of bitch the Night King.
And but it makes sense why she's the one, because like she
Yeah,
becomes
sure.
no one.
She's like
like,
the master assassin.
Yeah, you can, like that dude when you meet Jaqen H'ghar or whatever, he's just like murdering people, and you don't know how he's doing it. He's just like sneaking around, being all silent.
Yeah.
And like the Night King's like hyper focused on Jon Snow and Bran because he's like this fucking zombie, and he would never expect like no one or like a little Arya, you know, and you get like the one little wisp of like the hair of the White Walker, and then you just see Arya like jumping in. It's like goofy the first time, but this time it just landed. I was just like, that's pretty sick. And like the stare down with Bran and shit. It's like, I was in. I don't know. It's cool.
Hell yeah, man. I remember the Theon stand there too at the end
The what's up?
where Theon dies.
Yeah.
In that, I was like,
Yeah, man. That's
All right,
I was
man.
like, man, that battle seemed like more people should have died. And then rewatching it again, I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, Theon,
a lot of
Jorah,
people
Lyanna
yeah.
Mormont. I was like,
Yeah.
people died.
considering Theon fucking scooted out of every
Yeah.
situation he was gonna die in. It's like, all right, that I'm glad. Like, he
And if
died.
you buy into like Bran's like everything would always gonna happen this way for a reason, like Theon's
Yeah.
story basically amounts to him like holding back the Night King for like 10 seconds. You know, like basically just having to murder Theon and then walk over to Bran. That was like his whole purpose, was like to just kind of like be there for
yeah,
Bran.
to stall,
I guess.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
I will agree though, the decision to put Bran on the throne is still fucking baffling. I don't understand that one bit, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know if that was like, I assume that's what George was gonna do, but like the Bran we know in the show, I would never give that guy responsibility. That dude doesn't give a shit about anyone, anything. He says he's not a
Yeah.
person. He says he doesn't give a fuck. literally the first thing he says when he sits down in office is like, where's that dragon at? I really want to just like go. It's like, Bran, you have a fucking kingdom to rule now, man. Like, don't think about just your dragons and shit. Like, he's a child still, and he's like, everyone thinks he's like,
Bro, half
the
the city's
best
on
of us. It's like,
fire.
bro, no.
I will say, I'm not like defending
Right.
the decision for Bran to be king because like it's fucking insane. But in like the earlier seasons, he is like the only Stark there, and like it's more like the Meisters like fucking doing the shit, like ruling Winterfell. But like Bran is there, like
Yeah.
learning some shit.
So like Tyrion and his squad are just gonna be ruling, and Bran's just gonna be fucking off with Drogon or whatever.
Yeah.
I really want to fly the dragon.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of feel like they should have just explained the three-eyed raven better.
Yeah, it was kind of vague, wasn't it?
Well, like every conversation that Bran has with people after he comes back is just like, I'm not Bran, I'm the three-eyed raven. And then they're just always like, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, they never like question what he's like saying and shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. What's up, dude? Yeah, I did finish The Bear too, finally.
Oh yeah,
no.
me too.
I liked it.
What'd you guys think? Yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe my least
I
favorite
like-
season overall, but
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's bad.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
how I have it too.
Yeah.
I
feel
kind of
that.
don't really like the old to be continued thing on an end
Yeah,
of season, but like
yeah.
it's whatever. But
I think they're only doing one more, so sure.
that's what I hate
Okay.
too.
Carmi's fucking insufferable in this season, except when he gets to like kind of confront that one chef, Joel McHale.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and then he
You
just
know?
gets like nothing he needs from that conversation, basically.
yeah,
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 dude. Joel McHale's
Which-
such a fucking asshole.
right.
Yeah, dude. I was ready for him to be like, sorry, man, you know, like, or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
nope.
Nah. Yeah, maybe that'll play into the fourth season. Maybe that'll be like,
He serves him a dish he just can't deny, you know?
yeah,
dude.
Or
Like
how-
the,
how do you-
a
How do you
Ratatouille
end that
stuff.
story? Yeah, like,
yeah, I don't.
will they
like,
ever
yeah, after that, like,
reconcile? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or he just says, fuck
Carmi's
that
gotta-
guy, I'm never gonna.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
I think that
But-
they're gonna get the Michelin star. Wait, did they like confirm to not get it? I didn't.
They
think so.
really leave it open where it's like, good review, bad
It's
review,
like-
good review, bad review, good review, bad.
I
It's
feel
like,
like they're probably gonna get one, and
Yeah.
they're gonna have to close the restaurant, and then Carmi's just gonna be like, "All right, I'm good," and then he's just gonna get with Claire, and that's gonna be the end of the show.
maybe. I
And
mean,
the rest
Sydney's
might
going to be
be-
leaving to do her own shit, right?
I
That's-
think so.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
can
it'll work
sense
out
that.
Kind of like perfect that like she'll just go do some other shit. In the,
Yeah.
you know,
But
place
the
to
dude
work.
she's like going to work for or whatever, I feel like there was a moment where it's like, oh, I'm basically transferring my toxic situation now to like a semi different toxic type,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's like, I don't know if I want that.
I was
but-
also getting the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool how that last episode they showed like a bunch of like real chefs and stuff, just like talking and shit at the
Yeah.
tables. I was like, halfway through, I was like, those are chefs. Those are not actors. Like, those are just like, he brought in real chefs. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty genuine.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the just going back into like Carmi's education kind of stuff too. The
Mhm.
French Laundry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. But
And it
compared
just
to the
looks
first,
really good.
it does. Fucking A, brother. Fucking A.
Yeah.
Well, any other things to chat about?
Nah. I think it's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be mostly sticking to the dive for watching stuff next couple weeks. We'll see.
Cool.
Uh,
If you want to hop in, Joe, you can, but no pressure.
I don't know. We'll see. I've kind of been thinking no, just because like he's just got so many movies.
He does.
it's fair.
I
I
think
think
we're
you like
gonna-
him though.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have
I
looked
think
over
he's
the
a
list.
director.
I do
Yeah.
like some of them, and yeah, maybe you think I'm just like would feel them like his vibe.
It's hard
think
not
so.
to, I'd say, yeah, for this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Even
I
the
Maybe I'll look into
before
it.
the before series,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of
yeah,
like around.
I've heard those are good. Yeah,
Yeah, I was surprised by
Really?
it.
Yeah.
Damn, these are
Still got 2 to go, too.
yeah, I'm like weirdly most excited for that. For those,
I think so too.
so
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Same.
Those in School of Rock.
Oh, God, what a good movie. All right, but I'm gonna sign off, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good chatting. See you next week then.
Yes, sir.
All right, later.
All right. See you guys.